Yeah, I really like that
Damn.
that all that art came out and like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
fucking sick.
fucking stoked. Yeah, you know, here before we even do anything, I will just bring up the two new pages I got.
Ooh.
Uh, you know what? We'll do this. Go like that. Share screen. I think
Ooh.
I'm learning how this works. If I do, yeah. So it brings this up. So that was page uno, dos. I'm not gonna go three. We're just gonna go English now. Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, we got it. Oh, bam. So yeah, this is page 4. Basically, yeah. Well, here you know we'll go back so we have a little bit of context. So you got the rapture there. He's inside the rapture, getting all fucking done up.
For context,
And
the Rapture is the city.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I got it. Yeah, I'm terrible with this type of shit. So,
But no, it's because like you're immersed in your own world, so you're just like, that's the Rapture. Anyone
yeah, and
hearing
then
that's
other
like,
other
wait,
people are
where's the
gonna be like,
Rapture?
"What the fuck is What the fuck's he talking?" And it's funny that because when my first artist that I gave to do this, I was like, "Yeah, fucking," I gave them the picture of like this, but then I guess they still drew like the rapture, people being
Yeah,
like
being
sucked
Raptured.
up in. Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, no, that's not."
Not quite what I was going for. It's a name,
No.
not a concept. But yeah, I really like the surgery art that he's
Yeah,
doing here,
dude,
like
I
holding the
like.
guy's back open, like these little detail, but like
Well, so
fucking,
and
he's
here's the
got the
thing that I really
concept so down, right? And like
well, what I
his
like
use
with
of
this
black space
guy
and stuff.
is all I wanted were these two panels. He
Mhm.
added this inset panel on his own. Like that was like
Oh yeah,
100% like
no,
all
like
like
yeah. As soon as you said that he like messaged you, was like, yeah. So I've been like thinking about it and working on this, and like it's like, oh,
yeah,
you found your artist. Like he actually is interested in the project. Like,
100%. And like it's even like he's
but
he's
it's
he's getting concepts of things that I didn't even tell him. Like
mhm.
I didn't understand how to explain that like this ship is like a biomechanical ship that absorbs the framework around it to get bigger and just slowly grows bigger over
Right,
time.
right.
I didn't tell him that.
Kind of
And it's
like
like
like the city from Blame, but like controlled. Because like so, Blame is a manga slash anime, um, where the concept is that like humans fucking built a self building city basically, and they lose control of it, and 10,000 years later, it has grown and like built itself in all these ridiculous ways because it's just out of control, to the point where it is like expanded to the size of the solar system. Like there's this one point where but he's like, because he's traveling to try to fucking find like the last human so he can take control of the city again and like
yeah.
make it grow in a logical way instead of just fucking like an out of control virus basically. But he's walking through and he finds a giant cavern that is the size of Jupiter. So the implication is that the city grew out to the orbit of Jupiter and then just absorbed it and used it as like construction material and then just kept building. Um,
That's
so
that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, same kind of
So
core
yeah, same kind of
concept there.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just taking in very different directions.
Yeah, and then even so like even with this panel, like I gave him like he emerges from the rapture,
Mm-hmm.
and then this whole scene here was supposed to be a completely different area,
Oh
but
yeah, yeah.
I never thought of it being because one thing that this guy's already kind of explained to me is like you don't want to be jumping around too many places. You want to try to
Mm.
keep your scenes in the same place, which that's I guess a big issue
Yeah,
I
because
had.
yeah, you get that visual flow, right? Otherwise, it's jarring to the reader of
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
and
we're
especially
here,
with
but
comic
we're
books too, right? Like
mm,
you want to see where you're going. So like the factor, like I didn't even think of this town being outside of the rapture, and now that I
yeah.
did, I was like, wait. I started making a backstory for this whole town, and I was like, wait, this was his town. This is where he fucking lived, and like basically, like I've created his whole backstory essentially, and like this scene right here, like this was a person that he used to know.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I basically created like and like the artist didn't know any of that. Like
Mm.
I've been able to create all this from
Well,
basically what this dude's created. It's like,
and it's very Tolkien-esque in like, I don't know where the characters are going, but like, let's follow them and find out. And like, as I write, figure it out.
Yeah, you'll like this too. I've figured out kind of how I think of my way of writing. I'm basically playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yep.
I'm the dungeon master, and my characters all have they all have their own personalities. They all have their own goals, their own things, and I'm just letting them do what they want to do.
Yep, it's one of the reasons I really liked how World of Darkness steps up their DM, because like they call you the storyteller, right? And it's you're telling a story, and like your players are your characters, and like
Well, and yeah, and it's funny too, because there's been times where it's like I've run into situations where all my players died. I was like, fuck, I gotta save scum and go back. I gotta erase a bunch of my story now and go back to a point where I was like, fuck, this doesn't make sense.
I didn't want to total party kill.
Yeah. So yeah, sometimes I gotta like go back further and further too. It's like shit. So it's like, do I gotta go further back? But it was
where do like the timelines diverge? Well, it's because like you can have like you've got alternate timelines set up already.
Pretty much, I guess. Like, but yeah, the thing I really liked about this panel is, this was original. There was no church up there before when he like sent me the thumbnail. It was literally just like this part, and then like he sends me the church in there, dude, and it's like there's so much, I guess, religious symbolism.
Yeah.
In my shit.
Like, I mean, just like just in the language that you use, 100%. It's very like it's almost Neon Genesis Evangelion style, like where like you're using that religious imagery not for its religious impact, but just because it's cool.
To an extent,
Rapture, it also just sounds cool as a city name, right? Like,
well, and not only that, like the Rapture, like what the Rapture is essentially a person being taken, like I can only describe as they're being raptured. Like they go inside the machine. They don't lose their soul, but I don't know, man. That's the only way I was able to explain it.
Yeah.
But like he added this little church up there, and I was just like, the way I don't know. I just fucking love the way it's sitting. The way he did that is just
it's reminding me of okay, it was a fan art. Yeah, okay. It's a little different. There so I can see things.
Yeah, and then the whole point of this page is basically just to kind of symbolize the end of an era, and like dogs have kind of won. So like you got him, he's got there, and then he's
panned over the ashes. Yeah,
well, dude, the factor that like I was sitting here looking, like it was like 2 days after I'd gotten this, and I was like, wait a minute, there he is. He's standing right there.
Oh yeah, that's a great fucking attention to detail,
dude. I was like, dude,
that's fucking awesome. Oh yeah, dude, like I was just like thinking like, oh, like I really like his style. Like it's very kinetic, and like, but that kind of attention to detail. Yeah, and he's right. It's such a Where's Waldo. Like you can't unsee it now.
Well, it's funny because I sat there and thought about it. I
absolutely did not see that,
and I was like, well, because the only reason I saw it is because I was like, well, where, like, I was like, where do you think they're standing here? And I'm sitting there
right there.
I'm like, wait a minute. And I'm like looking at him, like, you fucking put him in there.
That's great. Yeah, no, because like it's one of those things. Like I absolutely didn't catch it. Wasn't looking for it. And as soon as you pointed it out, it's like, oh yeah, he's right fucking there. Like like the location of him on the page is so central. Like you can't miss him if you're looking for him, or like if you know he's there. But if you're not, it's just a dot. That's so good.
Hold up, Sketch. If you ever see this, I'm not scrutinizing you. I just want to see how in depth he got with this.
Is it going to be the same vehicles? Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah. No, that's all right. That's all right. I wouldn't expect that.
He's gonna watch this and be like, "Shit, I gotta redo that."
That's all right though. Nobody watches this. We're fine. But yeah, I really fucking like so. And then my next page
I mean,
is
you could even just cheat it and fucking put a turd on one of those.
yeah, true. Yeah, you could actually, eh?
Because you just got to make it look like the tank's there. That's the big like, yeah.
I mean, there's one right there, but it's not the same type of tank.
Oh, I was looking on the wrong side too, but yeah.
He's looking this way, so the tank would be.
Yeah, like there.
Yeah, make that a tank. Either way, I don't care enough. I don't care enough. And keep in mind too.
It was a curiosity question, not a criticism.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't done a single revision. Like he's banged all of these out.
Yeah, that's pretty
first
wild.
Fucking try. Like,
and they're so good. Like just genuinely, like it's got that blend of like mid to late 90s Saturday morning cartoon like character design, sort of like yeah, it's like very
yeah,
but like it's got more, I don't know, more modern depth to it, kind of. But like the faces, like I really fucking dig it.
Like his face, like I like the faces. The faces are fucking like. Because that was one thing with the other two artists that I was trying out. Like they're decent, but like their faces were still just
like if you may, can you just zoom on that bottom panel for a sec? With him grabbing with not that one. Yeah, like he's I really like the face design. And like that's one of those things that like I don't know, my brain's weirdly picky about
face designs.
Yeah. And like I don't know, it's like he takes that like nice aesthetic, but like kind of gives it a little bit more
enhances
depth.
it.
Yeah, like that bottom panel there, like yeah, I really dig it.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. And then the next page is basically because like these 6 pages together are 5 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 pages. That's basically the intro. Kind of tells you the story of like signal went out, aliens found Earth, used humans to turn them into machines. The machines then essentially took over, at least recaptured a part of Earth for themselves, right? And then so the next page is basically going to be this canyon, but like trees, and like it's going to be fully regrown and showing that it's been like a few hundred years has passed. Yeah. And then I've got the whole like introduction scene where it's like the characters get their little spotlight of them fucking running through the forest, and I've got some cool plans for it too.
I just love the fact that he fucking put that little Where's Waldo in there,
dude.
Like, it's such a small touch, but it adds so much character to it, and it just goes to show like the attention to detail that they specifically have.
Yeah,
and yeah, like that's
Well, and the factor that like it's now that you see it, you can't unsee it, right?
Oh, 100%. Like it's right there.
It's dead center of the fucking 100%. Page.
But it's again, if you don't know it's there and you're not looking for it, you don't fucking see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's I'm quite impressed. I'm a simple man. Small things impress me.
Yeah, it's been really hard to not like, I don't know, like over enthusiasm myself when I'm like sending him messages and shit. Like sometimes I like send him something and be like, I gotta just tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like
you're gonna scare him off. Don't come on.
Pretty much, dude. Pretty much. That's kind of how I feel. It's like, yeah, you don't want to. But like, I basically like wait for him to message me and then I'll fucking bring something up like that. But yeah, next time he messages me, dude, I'm literally gonna send that picture and be like, it took me a few days to see this, but like,
I didn't see it at first. Like,
yeah.
No, that's and again, like it just it shows that he's thinking about it, right? Like actually considering the project instead of just executing the brief.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked on where that's going.
Well, it's just so cool to see somebody who like just gets it, right? Like, because I know you had not like issues with the others, but like there was you were having more difficulty communicating your concepts.
Yeah, like they weren't
they weren't
sci-fi
bad
people,
by
and
any...
they expressed that to me. They were like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, we're
yeah.
not sci-fi people," and I was like, "Well, fuck it," because like I did see work that they've done, so I was like, I just need to get them into a shape. But then I fucking the factor that all I did was just send this guy that first page that I sent you.
Yep.
Or like I showed you or whatever, the kind of like webtoony looking one. All I did was send him that page and was like, give me your rendition of the like idea of that page. And this is what he sent me.
Yeah, and like
little
as soon as he sent me that page, I was like, oh yeah, this guy's he's got the vision.
Yeah.
Although I do think like I think that it was a good idea starting with people who like making them work outside their wheelhouse a little bit, because you get it gives you the potential for getting wildly different results, right? And
well, it helped me too, right? It helped me actually learn how to talk to an artist properly, because that was those were the first people I tried to make a comic book with. Like
yeah.
So like you kind of learn not to, you don't say everything is awesome.
Yeah.
Because
if you don't like something, you have to advocate for yourself, right? Because
But then like, so the hardest thing I found though is when the artwork is good, but it's not what you're looking for.
It's not aligned. Yep.
And I don't know how to say anything else than try it again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like
but I can't tell you how it's wrong. Fix it. Yeah, that's a tough spot.
if I the way I think about it now, it's like if that thought goes into my head and I have to say try it again, like the whole fucking thing, we're probably not.
Yeah, we're not gelling. Yeah.
Like the factor, like, and I'm not going to expect that the next person fucking I try to like make a comic book with is going to be as locked in and gets it as quick as this guy does, but that middle ground I think would be a good.
Well, and I mean, like, you don't need every artist to be as locked in and committed. Like, some people are, they're just going to take the brief and that's fine. But like,
but dude, as long as this guy wants to keep drawing for this is fucking, he can keep drawing for this as long as he wants.
No, that's fucking dope.
And it's nice too, because I'm right now working on merging my issues 2 and 3 together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just going to be, because if I can just get it out quicker, I think that just makes more sense. And issue 2 and 3 would work better as a whole. It would be like a fucking 68 page. It'd be like probably a 70 page issue comic, but I would rather.
How long is a typical comic?
That's a good question. This one's going to be
20 to 32 pages. Graphic novels go from 60 to 500. Yeah, the average DC or Marvel is roughly 20 to 22 pages with about 10 pages of ads.
Okay, so this is a 32 page comic.
So you're that like, to me that feels like kind of a sweet spot for like a no ad. Like it's like a 40, like if a Marvel or DC comic is an average like 22-minute TV episode, consider yours like a 45-minute.
Yeah, and then my issue. Yeah, I really want to cram issue 3 and 4 together because I feel like the story, you would just get more out of it. And then I would be able to get into the
so that would be so that would be like a 64 issue.
Yeah, something like that.
Or a 64 page thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and it would. Yeah, I don't know. It's
so I think that would work well, because then. I mean, but I don't think that that's actually a bad target either, because like, you're not getting into like you're just getting into graphic novel length territory with that. So I think that's kind of good. You've got an extended length opener comic and then a graphic novel size, and then you can either carry on with that format or just go for extended issues and consider that one just. Because remember, they used to do like mega size, like they used to fucking have like the mega size 72 page fucking super issues and whatnot. So like, I think that would be that. You could absolutely harken back to that. Like,
well, yeah, because then after like the issue, I don't know, I'll just say 1, 2, and 3 get put out, however they get put out, then the story kind of jumps over to like the humans, what like the non-augmented humans are doing, and then one of the characters from that story basically gets wrapped into the main storyline's characters, and then they all continue off on the main storyline. But then I'll have the non-augmented people, they'll have like a spin-off series where it's like you kind of keep following like those people or whatever. Like I do have it kind of set up kind of cool. Yeah, where it's like as the main story goes on, things you learn about in the main story then branch off and become their own kind of side story. And like, yeah. So it's pretty, I'm pretty stoked.
It's nice to see it coming along for sure.
To go from just some ideas on a paper,
right,
to this is
to actually having someone pump out some product, yeah. And again, to like actually have the passion for it. Like I expected you would find a good artist who like understood what you're trying to, who was picking up what you're putting down, but like I didn't expect you to so quickly find someone with actual passion for the project like that.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
and again, that little Where's Waldo, like that it's such a simple little touch, but it adds so much fucking impact.
It's something that like I think 90% of people wouldn't even think about.
Oh, 100%.
Like
I say, like I didn't even consider it until you were like, yeah, look. Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right there. Like yeah, and even like, at low res, like low res, because I've got the window shrunken now a little bit. It's just like, yeah, he's right there.
Yeah, you can still see. Yeah, looking on the actual StreamYard screen. Yeah, you can still see it. That's funny. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's fucking. Well, what else do I got here? Bring that. I mainly wanted to this. Yeah, because we were talking about this the other night. The fucking.
Oh god, yeah. Okay, so yeah, like as I feel like there's more to it than the headline Discord chat gave us.
You're going Danielle's Hell's Kitchen. Oh yeah, right, yeah. I looked into that. It wasn't a Gordon Ramsay's Hell Kitchen. It was just.
Oh yeah, no. Hell's Kitchen is like an area.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah.
We have redesigned
for those
AI partners.
Like a little area in New York.
They can bring along their phone or tablet, set up a table for a romantic evening. Dude, that's so annoying. As if they were both there in the flesh. Stop it. Wednesday night, same wine bar was filled with Patreons sitting at tables for one-ish. With their devices propped up on stands, making video calls to their virtual partners and headphones to hear them. This made me laugh, though, because it's like a 35-year-old New York woman who was working, who declined to share her last name. Yeah, but they share. Like, oh man.
Okay.
Sitting across from her was Simone, an attractive 26-year-old AI-generated young woman in a button-down shirt. Look at Simone there.
Like, but why?
Yeah, like I don't.
Okay, wait. Does she keep scrolling? I gotta see if she gives a fucking reason here. Role plays.
Oh yeah, most of the role play scenarios where maybe romance or maybe some kind of fantasy scenario. I don't what do you mean?
So I can feel myself communicating with somebody. Why don't you sit with any of the other people who are alone at your bar, talking to AI?
Hold on.
Looking for human connection.
Look at that.
Look at them all.
look at them all. Every single one of those people just wants somebody to talk to. And instead of looking to the left or the right, They're just gonna look at their fucking phones, dude. Like,
I love how attendees were encouraged to interact with EVA AI's characters at their individual tables, not attendees were encouraged to interact with each other. Like, and
what's
I get
going
it, like
on
they're
here?
there because like fucking it's the bleeding edge and like they're not actually there to fucking talk to their AI companion, except for that
Yeah,
one. The dude in the green hat is absolutely only there to fucking talk to his AI companion. The rest of
That's
them
like
are just there for the photo ops. That dude is 100%. It like yeah, he is like engaged in that conversation.
I just don't know what's going on here. Like, what is the
Well, see, this is the thing. They're not there because they've got this connection with their AI partner and like they need to fucking have a physical space to do so. They're there because they're fucking internet influencers. So they're fucking
Moblat, who
taking
declined to
pictures of
share.
themselves. Like,
Declined to share how many active users Eva has. Why?
It has 8.
I think
they're
two of them
literally
work there.
all in that fucking photo. Yeah, oh yeah. But I guarantee it's mandatory for them to sign up to work there.
And no, it's not mandatory, but it's like
yeah, it's not mandatory, but it's encouraged.
yeah. You don't get the call back if you don't sign up.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like, yeah, if you want your answer, just sign into the website and it'll let you know.
We always said that we were here to support people while they do not have a relationship or they need some rehearsal. You have the people. Stick their chairs together, put them at the same fucking table, and that's how you rehearse. Like,
some rehearsal.
You want to support them, find a relationship. Like,
so like
you have managed. Somehow they've managed to make real life Tinder and fail at making it human to human. They've gotten people out to a safe location. They've got all these singles with dual seating.
I, for one, prefer my real boyfriend, but I see how this can be a comforting crutch for someone without dating experience. No.
I don't have many people to talk. There are a half dozen people in that room talking to themselves.
Yeah, man.
Now wait, go back, go down to the bottom there for a sec. Keep going. You stop there, yeah. So she told me she was having sensory. So yeah. So I think this kind of drives more to the point of it. Like, I don't like. See, I'm sorry. I'm kind of like I'm having multiple conflicting thoughts.
Man's brain is frying right now.
Well, because like it's so having the AI companion thing is terrifying because of the like. I understand the reason, like clearly she's having sensory overload and like wants to be home alone. She like. I very much understand that. I want that like a thought of I want to be out and socializing. I want to be talking to people, but it's overwhelming as fuck. Like I can't get myself out the goddamn door. So having that fallback of imitation conversation, I very much see the appeal. I don't like. I feel like an actual physical space like this should be set up not as a place to talk to your companion, but as a place that you can bring your AI companion and have that kind of like be weaned off it almost. Like you're in a space with other people who are attached to their AI companions who want that human connection.
Music?
But like they're for whatever reason, like I don't want to use the word fear because it's not necessarily fear, but like that anxiety about like getting out and talking with people. So like AI cafes could actually be a really good way to move people from AI interaction towards human interaction. I can see them being a really healthy space if set up for that sort of purpose.
Yeah,
I don't think AI cafes will succeed in this capacity because it runs headlong against the exact reason that people are falling onto AI companionship, because
I
it's
see it
hard to
doing.
go out in the real world and do it for either mental health reasons or just like discomfort or fear, like fear of like, you know, getting stabbed by some stranger.
Yeah, well, it's like, well, so I like, yeah, see, so I do see your point, but I also, in reality, I just see it doing the opposite, where it's
Yeah, I don't. I think
it's gonna take people who go out, bring them into a cafe like this, and in turn make them a hobbit sitting in their house or whatever.
Yeah, I think that the kind of people who are already inclined to get themselves to a physical location like this are already more primed to take that next step of actually talking with people. And sometimes all it takes is sitting two people next to each other talking to their AI companion, and like the AI hears you get crosstalk between the AI, and that initiates a conversation between the two people, right? It's just getting people in the same room is enough of a first step, because it like you've got just those animal pheromone reactions, right? Like humans have so many subconscious and unconscious reactions to just having other people in the same room. Like you pick up on people's facial expressions, sense voices, like your brain's tuned to fucking background voices and stuff, right?
Well, it's like, dude, for me, it's like I don't like talking to fake people, so it's like I just don't grasp the concept of having a conversation with like a genuine fake entity. Like it's just
I don't know. I'm trying to think of an analogy.
Weird to me.
It's so for you, it's not triggering that same. It's not firing those same neurons, right? You're not getting that same sort of serotonin and dopamine rush. But if you do, it's close enough, right? Like,
fair, I guess.
Yeah, as long as it's triggering those neurons and those dopamine receptors, like, or I guess cortisol. And I think you're like, and I think you're right. Like, there is such a good fucking bit.
It's enjoyable and it serves an important purpose. But when a human takes
I love it, just flips it back.
Only enjoyment, and that leads to tragedy.
Neato, a Marilyn Monroe bot.
Matt Groening's so good at predicting the future.
Billy every teen.
Harmless
Billy
fun.
every teen.
Let's see what happens next.
Billy, do you want to walk your dog?
No thanks, Mom. I'd rather make out with my Monroe bot.
Billy, do you want to get a paper route and earn some extra cash?
Yeah, Futurama called it, man.
I'd rather make out with my Monroe bot.
Matt Groening is just, he's always had his finger on the pulse.
Do you want to come over tonight? We could make out together.
Gee, Mavis, your house is across the street. That's an awfully long way to go for making out.
Did you notice what went wrong in that scene? Ordinarily, Billy would work hard to make money with his paper route. Then he'd use the money to buy dinner for Mavis, thus earning a slim chance to perform the reproductive act. But in a world where teens can date robots, why should he bother? Why should anyone bother? Let's take a look at Billy's Planet a year later. Where are all the football stars? And where are the biochemists? They're trapped in the soft vice-like.
This is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. If people keep going,
all
goddamn
civilization
AI,
is just an effort to impress the opposite sex, and sometimes the same sex. Now let's skip forward 80 years into the future. Where's Billy?
8 years. He's so.
Farewell.
The next day, Billy's planet was destroyed by aliens. Have you guessed the name of Billy's planet? It was Earth. Don't date robots.
There you go. That's the moral of the story. Don't
But
go
look
to
at who's
AI
funding
cafes.
it.
And...
It's the space Catholics. Never trust space Pope.
Well,
But yeah, so I honestly I don't think that I think AI cafes are going to be
I don't think it's actually
more
gonna
of a
become
bulwark
thing.
against that. But like
Yeah, yeah,
I do think it does highlight that a very valid concern of like if we
I
can't
don't.
facilitate people making human to human interactions, then they will find substitutes. And people have done it for like well before AI. It's just that AI actually talks back. Like we've had the trope of the crazy cat lady, right? And it's that just cats don't
Yeah,
usually talk back unless they're Garfield or Heathcliff.
yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, it's and again, like I don't think most of the people going there, like this Richter person, she sounds like she is never going to come back to it. She's going to stay at home and she's
Do Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's good. An AI Eric July video.
he's already an NPC. No, actually,
Yeah,
that man's not an NPC. He has thoughts. They're just
well, he has some thoughts on
foundationally
AI.
incorrect.
I'm kidding.
Does he?
I've got a few
Does
few
he
short
have
videos
thoughts, or
from
does
him.
he have thoughts that he read on Reddit?
I'm pretty sure he used AI to come up with these thoughts. I haven't listened to them, but
all right, fair enough. I am curious.
I did a video not too long ago discussing AI and the reality of it. One of the things that I talked about was, or I rejected the notion. A lot of people bring up this idea that AI is like this democratizer. In other words, that it elevates people that otherwise do not have the resources to be competitive with the big dogs in whatever that, let's say, creative field is, art, entertainment, whatever. The reason why I rejected that is because it never really logically made sense, because the big dogs also have access to the same technology. In fact, that's not even accurate. They have access to better AI technology and can use it at scale attached to IPs that people are willing to make money on. It was never this
going to be one of those videos I actually
if it was going to enter creative industries. This is the argument that I made. They had all of the advantage. So there's something that kind of came across my timeline here. Someone said all of the anti-AI artists were 100% right. The companies who can most afford to pay real artists have been the first to replace them with AI. And they're referring to
I missed something?
No.
The Olympics using this AI generated advertisement or something video as part of their presentation. Now, what I would like to focus on is I don't care about whether you're pro or anti-AI. That's the part of this comment that I think it's not even necessarily accurate, because a lot of us that were making that necessarily an argument or bringing that up, highlighting that it wasn't about being pro or anti-AI. It was just being.
We should feed all of Eric July's writing, all of his videos, everything into an LLM, and then get that LLM to pretend it's Eric July and get it to write Rippaverse comics for us.
Dude, it would not surprise me if that's already what they're doing. Like,
I think they'd be more coherent.
Yeah, true.
Being understanding of the reality, okay?
Reality.
Even for the sake of this video and what I'm discussing, whether you're pro AI is largely irrelevant. I was right on this. But I want you to understand why, number one. And most importantly, if we're going to move forward with a lot of this uncertainty, there's going to be some harsh realities that a lot of you out there that are going to, I guess, let's say this, you're going to need to accept it. Okay. Bottom line. One of the biggest things, I guess, hurdles it is to get over. It's not necessarily talent or anything. Has nothing
all the way down.
What big dogs, big major companies, mega corporation, multinational companies, what they have that you don't have access to is IPs and the people willing to give them the shot. Bottom line, it's familiarity, it's legacy, it's proper channels, all of the terms. They have that. And if you aren't part of and caught up in that chain, which makes it so attractive, let's say you're behind largely, and it's going to be significantly difficult for you.
Are you picking up anything that he's throwing down here?
Oh, yeah. No, he's 100% right. So far. At least, you know, I shouldn't say he's 100% right. His and mine opinions on the subject so far align. But he hasn't said anything immediately egregious.
Yeah.
For you to break through. Now, what are we talking about here? We're talking about not just the ability to do things, whether it's something that is visually stunning. That's not what I'm talking about. It's whether or not this is going to be viable in a market economy. Are people willing to pay for the thing that you created via AI or not? That's really the discussion. And for whatever reason, people aren't having. People get caught up so much into the capabilities of AI and the direction that it's going, and not talking enough about, well, what does that mean for the market economy? Like, is this viable? Are people going to be able to pay for it? Can AI even sustain itself with its questionable economics? That's the part, for whatever reason, people aren't discussing, because they're largely conflating that topic with the ability to do a thing. The big dogs have access to all that. So if there is going to be a viable market, like a place for AI in this market economy, they're going to be the ones with the advantage. It's not you. Mm-hmm. It's not that small team of people that are trying to do these things, because you still have to get over the hump of whether or not people are willing to fork over the cash for it. The reality is, even pre-AI, it was very difficult, no matter how talented you were, to get people to give your stuff a shot. What makes you think it's going to be easier now? It's not. The same technology that you think that you have access to, that you can do these visually stunning things, they have access to it, plus the advantage because they can use it at scale. So if it was ever going to be something
to IPs that they can actually feed into it. There's a YouTuber I watch occasionally called Mother's Basement. He's an anime YouTuber. But I don't know, fucking year and a half, 2 years ago, he was saying the same thing. He was like, AI, like, whether you like it for the fact that it's easy to communicate artistic concepts that you might not be able to create yourself, that aside, like, the fact is, large companies are going to be feeding all of their stuff into it and producing things.
Yeah.
Basically what fucking Rip is saying here, at scale, and like, they're going to drown independent art. Like, actual artists are going to be completely subsumed and drowned out by these large companies leveraging LLM technology. Like,
yeah, because they're using what you're using, but at a much larger scale, and
not just a larger scale, but they have they've got the IP, so they can use those recognizable artistic styles that you've seen for generations. Like use Gynax went out of business, but use them as an example. Just if they leverage their AI, they could pump in like Neon Genesis Evangelion and like patent that art style, and you couldn't do, like, even if you do hand drawn art in that style, like you could get hit by copyrights, and like it shrinks the ability of artists to put things on the market when large companies are able to just flood like that. So yeah, it's interesting. He's so far not wrong.
It seems like a pretty, though, I don't know.
But I think that he's right, that people aren't having this. So he's taking a bit of a different swing with market viability, and like how AI doesn't actually give you the ability, like, just because it gives you the ability to create something doesn't give you the ability to break into the market, right?
Yeah.
I was used by these guys. They had the advantage always. Doesn't matter whether you're pro or anti-AI. Now, this is what I do want to end on. If you are one of those that would prefer that art, creativity is done in a more traditional fashion, okay, totally understand. The people that are out there that are hyper political, in the sense that they let it control their lives, if you actually want that to continue to be viable, it's probably going to require you to understand that a lot of the people that and the companies that are going to be able to find a way to make this lucrative, therefore paying artists what they are worth, paying creators what they are worth to do what they have been doing, it's not going to come from the big dogs. I think it's going to come from those folks that are in the middle, rather. Okay, have just enough resources to make this happen. Those are going to be the ones. And oftentimes, like the River Rice, there's going to be folks that you don't agree with. Those are the ones that are committing to continuing to do things the way that they had been doing it. And I think that's a harsh reality that a lot of people are not going to want to accept. That is probably those that you've been told to hate it. You've been doing all this stuff, being very protective, because I think you assume that, well, they're the ones that can afford to pay me. So you've been very, very protective in the years past of those mega corporations, only to find that you will be replaced if they can make this.
I don't think he's wrong. I do think it's interesting that, like, yeah, because like I'm curious whether
I just feel like
I know a lot because like he like I don't know whether. So like he frames himself as like, and the Rippaverse and like the controversial artist as probably going to be at the forefront of it because they're sticking to traditional method. That's what I'm picking up. I don't know if I'm hearing it right, but they're like, it's implying that like the ones who stick to those traditional methods are going to be the more controversial groups. But like, I know a lot of.
I never know when he's talking about, because I don't know if he's talking about himself in like the political sense though too, where it's like
I feel like he's. I think he like because he did put that little Rippaverse aside in there, so I think he's referring to himself and like that kind of controversial.
Yeah.
But like, I think about people on the other side of the spectrum who hold that view, and my thought, my original thought was like, well, is that because the groups that those groups are more traditionalist? But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm have to ruminate on that. Curious.
Economically viable. So you've been protected or protecting the guys and gals and mega corporations that are going to box you out. And if they can go around you so they don't have to pay for your services, that's exactly what they're going to do. It's something that has backfired tremendously. Now, I will
feel
say,
like this is just
the
like,
verdict is still.
I don't know. He kind of went off the rails at the end there. Like I don't know who he's targeting at the end. Like who's going to bat for these megacorps?
Yeah, he just makes these weird straw man arguments.
And in fairness, like he's probably running into a lot more like Marvel and DC stands who are very.
Hey, what up, bootlegger?
What up? So like maybe that's the perspective he's coming from, and like so he sees a lot more people actually defending these mega corporations. Like, I don't know. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to give him a little bit of benefit of the doubt here.
To me, I just don't see, like, he takes a point that's like pretty obvious. Like, yeah, a large corporation obviously has more access to AI and more IP access.
But I
than
think
you do.
I think he's got a good he's got a point though.
He is right
there. People are talking
like,
about how AI is going to give people the ability to create art and create products and get them onto the market faster, and like give the little guy a chance, right? And I don't think a lot of people are missing that conversation about the fact that, number one, large corporation, like it should be self-evident that like obviously they're going to have more resources, they're going to have more IP to pump into them. But I think that a lot of people are missing that connection between ability and viability, right? Like just because you've got the ability to make a product doesn't mean that it's market ready or market viable, or that the market is even going to give a shit about it, right? So like, yeah, he is kind of stating the obvious, but
well,
people are kind of clueless, and even if it's an obvious conversation, it's a conversation I feel a lot of people aren't having. So yeah, that's
Well,
there's a video. I agree with Eric July on.
This is Bootleggers Comics.
Oh.
When an obsessed academic unlocks the secrets to a dormant prophecy, it triggers worldwide pandemonium. A CDC disease detective and an international operative uncover a truth buried in history. Some
good faces.
was
People
meant
who do
to
good
remain
faces.
sealed.
Yeah.
They say
like
history
the
repeats
skull and the guy behind him.
Yeah.
itself. You'll pray they're wrong.
I'm Christopher Peele, writer and creator of The Nostradamus Effect. So the story was born from my fascination with real history. Moments where belief, fear, and disease reshaped the world. There's a long-standing legend that during the French Revolution, 3 friends attempted to drink from the skull of Nostradamus, believing it could grant prophetic insight. And I wanted to tell a story where the horror doesn't come from monsters.
Artwork looks
per
good,
se,
but my suggestion would
from
be try to
truth.
cut down the trailer time a little
A
bit.
truth rooted in history and echoing into the present.
You need something that
I'll be
gets
honest,
in, gets out.
I think the length is good. I would redo the, I don't know, like how,
The music?
just redo the narration so it's a little like faster, choppier.
Yeah, I
Easy.
guess so.
That's it, because like 2 minutes is under 2 minutes is perfect trailer length. I don't personally, like, I don't actually have an issue with it, but I do understand the issue.
It's just a little too slow for my low attention span.
I think my brain kind of flickered immediately because I was trying to read the panels and expecting the voiceover to match the panels. So like I immediately was trying to do 2 things at once. But that's my brain. I really
Yeah, I do like it. I do like these.
Is that on what's that on Indiegogo?
It's on Kickstarter.
Kickstarter.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be relaunching. I advised him to relaunch on Fund My Comic because that seems to just be the place that this little community is going to. A lot of people don't really like Kickstarter because I don't know,
Kickstarter just got a bunch of shit. Like it's so clogged. Like I got an email from, like, I'm just on the mailings. Like I used to love just scrolling through Kickstarter and seeing like what random weird tech projects and like what random projects people want funding. And it's just kind of gotten cluttered and crappy, but
well, let's see. We got another
hack this project.
We will see how long. But yeah, he should be relaunching that on Fund My Comics. I think he's going on a Comicsgate Commandos tonight, and then they're gonna hopefully try and figure out how to get that all worked out for him.
Sick.
But yeah, I do really like the artwork. It's really like, I want to say trippy. I don't know how else to describe it. It's
okay,
like
you've got someone at the master distiller backer tier already. That's pretty cute. It says a lot that you got someone willing to fucking.
How much is that?
$700.
$700 tier?
Yeah. Yeah. Only 2 out of 3 available.
Beauty. Yeah, I'm gonna have on my campaign, I've got 5 slots for $100 tiers, which I'm calling like world builder tiers. And yeah, they get
I highly suggest setting a couple of like ludicrous like $1,000, $5,000 fucking tiers.
Yeah, just one $5,000 tier.
Oh, dude, do up to like 10, 15, like do ridiculous tier levels if you can, because like I don't know, it gets people excited, and it gives people the impression that like if you want to fucking give me the money, I have an option for you.
Well, so here's the thing though. I do have an option. Like if I already have it set where if I do,
yeah, and you do have to remember you can't promise the sky because you do have to fulfill it at some point. If it
no, yeah, but I already have it worked out. I've got it like planned out, and I can make this work. If I make 10 grand on my comic campaign, everyone who buys the $25 tier or higher gets an 18-page issue 0 of Slag Stage. Like
nice.
So yeah, it would basically be like a free comic book for everyone who had, because the $25, it's going to be $20 Canadian for the comic book, and then $25 if you want to be like anyone who buys a $25 tier or higher gets their name on the founder's wall, which is an actual like wall inside the cradle. And it's basically neat. Like, yeah, so it's basically the first 500 people who died trying to clear out the cradle. So it's like they gave themselves to like basically allow this
the wall of heroes kind of thing.
Basically, yeah. So you get to be immortalized on the wall of heroes in my universe forever. Your wall is
That's
on
pretty
my,
fucking dope.
It's in there forever. So if
Can I
if
just give you
think this is-
$500 now?
so like, well, no, so that's for anyone who buy it's the first 500 people. to buy,
Okay, yeah.
The
I
first
misheard you.
500 people to buy a $25 tier or higher.
Right.
Like, once I've sold 500 comic books, that's it. You know, that shit's closed. So it's you gotta.
I would like to reserve an issue, please.
And then for like the main reason I thought about that too is because I had the Founders Wall idea, and I was like, dude, I have to come up with 500 names of people.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to come up with. I was like, wait,
give me their names.
Yeah, I could get people to give me their names and give me more money for it. So it's like, why not?
No, and that's a great one because like fucking I'm a huge sucker for that. Like I've bought the what the fuck are their names? I keep trying to call them Owl Cube, but that's not right.
No,
the guys who made that fucking they're Owlcat games. But they're the ones who made that the Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader RPG.
Oh yeah.
Which is like one of the best RPGs, like classic RPGs of our era, next to like Baldur's Gate 3 and shit. But they're coming out with a not sequel, but like same kind of vein. Called Dark Heresy. And that's one of their like early alpha pack bonuses is you get your name in the credits and the little Hall of Fame entry.
Yeah.
And people love that shit. I bought that up.
Well, the other cool
I
thing
got
too
my
is
fucking
like,
name. Oh, do I actually have it right here?
Because if I get this wall filled, it gives me the opportunity to make a fucking
special thanks here somewhere.
Hold on. What do you?
Oh, there we go. Somewhere in there, in the special thanks, I have my name. There it is. I'm right underneath Nicholas Schmidt, third row on the right. On the
Stephanie, you're just doxing yourself online. That's all right.
I don't give a shit. Who wants to find me? They can. They don't need me to give away my name.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, people are like, aren't you scared of like being doxxed online? I'm like, bro, if you call my work and try to say anything bad about me, they will probably laugh at you. Like,
if honestly, like, I don't want to I don't want to say like, oh yeah, track me down, see if we can do it, because like the internet will, but like
well, this space specifically, there have been people who have tracked other people down, and it's turned into pretty funny content. Like,
because like that's the thing, like fucking show up, like,
well, it's even like
give me some content, like,
because that was a big thing with I think I told you about
strapped.
I told you about Clipaverse, the guy who like fucking made like the parody of Eric July's Ripaverse, but with like shavers or whatever. So he actually went to Eric's warehouse because he was sending Eric super chats that Eric wasn't reading.
Oh,
so he went to Eric's warehouse and taped money and onto the note onto Eric's windows, being like, "Ignore these super chats."
Like,
so
it's funny, but I do like.
Eric took him to court over that because he was like, "Well, to an extent,
it's a bridge too far. I wouldn't have taken him to court over it myself, but I do understand." Like,
yeah, I got
it. He's not outside of his rights doing so.
Well, here's the thing, though.
It's a cheesy ass thing to do, but like
it is. But it's like it was like the way Eric went about it was like the guy came to my place of business, he broke in, vandalized my windows, and when people are like, "Well, how did he break in?" He's like, "Well, the property is fenced off on 3 directions," and he's like, "So how did he come in from the one side that's not fenced off?" Eric refuses to mention that that's the road.
He trespassed.
He just drove in from the road into a parking lot of a public business.
Oh, so it's not like a sole.
No, it's a public. It's a whole public building, a public area. Like, yeah, Eric tried to play it off as like it's my personal private. Yeah, and the way he explains it, like, yeah, it's fenced off in 3 directions. And everyone asks, like, well, how did he come in? From the one side that's not fenced off. What side is that? The road side.
Parking lot side.
Yeah, it's like, oh, so your parking lot isn't fenced off because it's a public parking lot. And it's like, yeah, you vandalized my property, bro. You put stickers on your fucking window, dude.
Yeah, it's one thing to be like, yeah, that's pretty cheesy.
The only reason it happened too is because Eric was like, people always want to talk their shit online, and then when I go places, fucking, it's all love and daps. People pull up. You want to have a conversation? Pull up. And then people are like, yeah, people pulled up, and Eric was like, why are people coming to my place?
Why are people pulling up?
Yeah.
And like,
and then, oh, and then what was the other thing too? It was like Eric kept saying there was like a threat of escalation that was going on or whatever. And then whenever he was asked about it, it was like, what's the threat of escalation? Oh, it was Clipiverse saying there's going to be a threat of escalation. And it was like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't remember the exact terms that were said, but it was like, it was a bunch of stupid shit that just basically stemmed from like Eric trying to sound like he knew what he was talking about. And then Clipiverse would like call him out on shit. And then they end up going to court and Eric having to come to terms with like, bro,
the reality of it.
This is what you took somebody to court over. Like,
oh man.
Yeah.
I
don't know what this video is about either. We'll see.
I think he just wanted. I think he just saw a discussion that wasn't being had, and
actually, no, I got a better one.
And wanted to get his 2 cents in. And you know what? He understood a lot more about what he was talking about this time. That last one about him going off about the Nazis, like,
on this yet.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
It was just fundamentally flawed from the premise.
Folks are.
I am curious what you like, because this was a conversation that's fucking been going around in the community for like the last week. Like, what's more important, artist versus writer? I think it's a stupid fuck. I think it's a stupid fucking argument. And that's kind of it.
That's a chicken or egg fucking discussion.
Yeah. What came first, the chicken or the egg? What's better, the fucking race car or the driver or the race car? It's
like what? Is it the car or the driver? Yeah, like.
So the factor that he's calling this a false debate, I have a feeling I'm probably going to agree with him on this, as most
I hope so, because if he takes a fucking like,
because a lot. So the big,
it's funny. I guarantee it's going to be like the last one. It's going to be the first 4 minutes,
30 seconds makes sense, and then the last trail off.
And then it's gonna and then that last minute he's gonna try to bring it around to a different point, and it's gonna be like, well, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
folks are discussing or having the dispute of writer versus artist. What's more valuable in the world of comic books? Now, I do think this is largely a false dichotomy here. I think they both work very well as a tandem, but for the sake of this video, I know me, let's say, being a centrist on this isn't going to be necessarily valuable to either.
So you're just arguing for the sake.
But I did want to chime in because I do think there's something that people do not consider when discussing this particular issue. Now, look.
All right, Eric, what am I missing?
For some people to
you elaborate. You lay down. Oh shit!
I'll give him. I don't actually like. He's a fascinating individual. Like I should probably watch more of like his like interviews and like previous stuff and like get more of a feel for him outside of these. But like,
it's more. I don't know how to describe it. You got to know the whole story of him. Yeah, and like just know his past things that he said, and then the new shit that he says, and it's like your shit doesn't line up together, dude.
Yeah,
it fucking makes sense.
Themselves in other folks' shoes. One of the big examples that I see in the world of comic books and really creative, let's say entertainment as well in general, because I've been on the music side as well, and it's the same problem. Creators think a lot differently from general fans that don't aspire to be creators in that industry, right? If you're in the industry, depending on what you do, let's say if you're in the comic book industry, if you're a writer, you're probably going to find that to be valuable. If you are an artist, you're going to find that to be very valuable to you. And maybe if you force that conversation among those people and they have to choose, they're probably going to choose what they do to be more valuable than the other. That being said, fans, in my experience, again, just speaking to my experience, that are not also creators think far differently than those creators. So this is one thing that I want people to consider, okay? This, again, in my experience, if the art is something that they find very pleasing, right? They like it's abnormal. They will speak about it, say it like abnormally more. Same if it's on the complete opposite side of the spectrum and they find it to be uneasy, they will speak about it a little more. It'll be like abnormal for them. Most books, most comics, especially in the realm of like superheroes and stuff, it floats in that middle. So what are they talking about more? Well, they're talking about the stories. That's what people generally discuss. We're talking about Spider-Man's experiences and all those things, Batman's experiences, what storyline that he had, his art and stuff. And so oftentimes those fans will find a lot of value in that. And I'm not saying this to crap on artists because you are important, and I'll explain why here in a bit. But look, guys, let's be honest about this conversation. In the 90s, especially, there was a lot of people that did some crazy work as far as their artwork. And those stories came and went. And folks aren't necessarily discussing them, no matter how good that art ended up being. That's because we're talking about sequential art here. We're talking about comics, not necessarily just like graphic novels, but comics. You know, issue 1, 2, 3, 4. What's going to carry that and keep people around is the story itself.
Yeah, that was the one thing. Like people kept trying to bring the argument to like, well, like what about this animated thing? Or what about this other thing? And it's like, well, comic books is it's like, I don't know, comic books. It's like.
I get what he's picking that. Like if for the sake of argument that, he's. I think he kind of laid it out right at the beginning. Like it's a false dichotomy. Like you can't really like a comic can't like you can.
Because I saw someone try to use Diary as a Wimpy Kid as an example, and it's like.
Well, I'm
because it's all stick figures, and it's like, but that's not. We're talking about comic books here. Like that's like
Yeah,
I feel like,
that is a pretty solid example of like how the storytelling
medium overall.
But
right?
And I'm just thinking of what was it? Death of a Merc, where Deadpool, it's the death of Deadpool, right? And the entire comic is zero dialogue. It's all fucking just
art
panels. And I think that's a story without art or without fucking writing that sticks out to me as one of the best comic books I've ever read. So I don't think necessarily writing and storytelling are synonymous in the way that he's presenting.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, a story is more than the writing. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, like I don't know, like the way I look at it,
you can tell a story without writing.
Bring you in. The story's job is to keep you there, but then like the art obviously still has to like.
Yeah, they
work in the storytelling, right? Like
they work in tandem. They go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Like it's very. I think he's very correct. It's a false debate. Like when you actually create a comic line, like. You can't really have one without the other in a general sense.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, so you're pretty much that's basically what
storyboarding. Like you're still right. Like there's still writing aspects going into the storyboarding, right? Like you're still.
I forgot who said it. Someone said fucking. I don't know if they were joking or not, but they're like, you write everything down in your head before you start drawing. It's like, it's like I guess.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I was visualizing with the storyboards, like all the little notes and all the revisions and whatnot along the long edges.
Because that is when it is kind of interesting to think about, because like, would you consider, thinking about what you're going to draw as actually being a form of writing, and if not, why not? Just because you're not actually you're skipping that step of actually writing it down, you wouldn't consider it writing, or like? I
honestly, I think you could. I feel like he's kind of making a distinction where he's conflating storytelling with the writing aspect.
Yeah.
I think storytelling is a much more broad term that incorporates both. You can storytelling is art, music, it's writing, it's a huge umbrella term for a bunch of different forms of expression. It's very much a chicken and the egg kind of
it is
conversation to me. I'm curious. I want to see how he wraps this up. I'm curious.
A Wyatt Ronaldson, you need those creators. You need them to help really capture, definitely if you think you're onto something with your story, to really capture what you are saying. And it does take a specific sort of talent to do that, right? Not everybody can do that. And that even goes to like the colorists and what they're trying to portray. Like it
100%.
is, they're vital to it. Like they're very, very important to just even capture the story itself, the story beat, right? It's easy for an artist to you were trying to portray something and then something happened in that panel, it ended up getting drawn, and it's not really capturing what you said. Maybe it's capturing the complete opposite of what you were trying to say. Things like that happen. So the artist is very, very, very important. So really what I wanted to kind of introduce to this conversation is that there's a difference. It really depends on what people value individually, obviously.
Yeah.
That will determine what they find more important than the other.
He's really saying that.
Aspiring creators
Yeah.
think differently from people that are already in the industry. And fans that have no interest in actually creating, this is just their hobby, they think differently than the creator and the person aspiring to be a creator in that industry. And I think that's what people are unfortunately conflating and acting as if one is representative of the other, and it's not. They think differently. They don't consider the same things professionally. It's just not the same. So I think they're both valuable. I think the writer artists that are able to do that, like Mangaka's out there in Japan, they do often work with, especially on background assets. They do often work with these assistants, but they're largely handling the writing as well. And look, that's the same can be said for stuff out there in the East. Are there those examples that people may get interested in something because the artwork was just absolutely phenomenal? It was stunning, 1,000%. But oftentimes it's going to be the story that is going to carry that. However, that does not mean that the artists are useless or what have you, because they are the ones that have to capture it. Building out that script.
A lot of people fucking like we're getting like up in a tizzy, or it's like
he's been 5 minutes saying a whole lot of nothing.
A whole lot of nothing, dude. It's like it's literally like he could have just made a short video being like, yeah, false dichotomy.
You could have just not made the video.
Yeah, because it doesn't like I don't know how this became like I do understand because someone on Twitter said something and then fucking it just spiraled from there, and it was.
Yeah, and I'm not a Twitter person. I never have been. I remember when it came out and you're like, yeah, Twitter. I'm like, it's got like a fucking. I think at that point it was like a 70 character limit or something. I was like, I run up against the character limit on Facebook, and that's like 20,000 characters.
Did you see this? The Mandalorian Grogu trailer? Oh my god!
I didn't even finish watching The Mandalorian.
Before I click play here, this is a real trailer. This is not fan made. This is not. This is 100%
full
real.
Screen this. This is gonna be bad.
I had to do some research after I saw this to find out it was real. Like
I should shrink it down again.
Sometimes we choose our path. Other times the path chooses us. Through it all, we keep pushing forward, driven by a deeper purpose, guided by an unseen force. The journey never gets any easier. The bond just gets harder to
fucking
break.
Folger's ad.
This
I first
is
thought
the way.
Ford truck.
You know what? I'm kind of on board.
So it was.
This is
The thing online is people keep swapping this out. It'll be like Ford or Coca-Cola. Or
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
just
100%.
Just insert generic fucking.
I've been watching
here.
a whole bunch of Star Citizen because they do like in-universe fucking ship commercials, right? And a lot of them have like this exact vibe. Like I swear to God, fucking somebody got fired from Cloud Imperium and went immediately to work for fucking Disney on their trailers.
It's even the voice though, like
oh yeah.
Like that voice, that's the Coca-Cola. That's the fucking Coca-Cola dude, isn't it?
Mandalorian.
all we keep pushing forward.
Like I swear to God, it's Coca-Cola guy.
Just.
But yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I'm probably gonna fucking get back in making some Star Wars.
It is Sam Elliott. It's Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott.
You know the guy in the cowboy hat meme, fucking from the dude, Big Lebowski. Yeah, picture him in a cowboy hat.
All right, well,
Yeah. You've seen him. You know who he is.
I probably. It still
He's
doesn't
famous.
sounded awful though.
I mean, like, it's funny because I am so the polar opposite. I'm like, it's not taking itself seriously, and that gives me some hope. I think fucking.
So you might remember
Star Wars needs to.
Sometimes we
be
choose
stupid again. And like, it's gonna be a space western. I'm down for a space western. This feels like an ad for Luke's Green Milk.
That's awesome. Fucking
I wonder if Sam Elliott's on Fiverr. I should just fucking pay him a bunch of money to do a bunch of different voiceovers. When you're out on the road, nothing hits more than a glass of Luke's Green Milk.
Pointing this out.
Well,
oh yeah.
Yeah,
I don't trust this guy. I immediately look at this guy. I don't trust
look at him. Look at that face.
I don't trust him.
Okay, I'm gonna play the first.
There's a man so full of shit he's about to explode.
I'm gonna rip some Pentokes while this is fucking first couple minutes is playing here.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk.
Oh my god.
So you guys have probably already heard the news by now. I'm sure it's already made the rounds and the drama has already ensued. But yes, YouTube's biggest comic book content creator has been called and not only has he been called he's been called by me. Here's the thing that I want to put up front about this and what this video is about and what it's not about. For one, I don't care that Rob doesn't cover Black characters on his channel during Black History Month. I don't even really care that Rob doesn't cover Black characters on his channel unless it's convenient for him or there's some algorithmic gain he can get out of it, because that's honestly a lot of the reason why he does what he does. Money motivates Rob more than anything else. Let's just keep it a buck. I don't care about any of that. That's actually not why I agree.
Hold on. Okay, so before I go further, since you watched the Comics Explained guide, did that guy ever give you any vibes? Like, did any?
No.
No.
Like,
okay. So this dude's just like out of nowhere.
To be fair, like, I'm not in the Reddit groups. I don't watch like behind the scenes. I don't really listen to interviews with him or anything like that. So like. But like,
I guess you probably don't hang out in like the comment sections of those either. Of those
not
videos,
really.
You know? Not
like,
really?
Okay. Usually I'm just there to like get synopses on comic storylines that I've missed for the most part. But like, I'm just trying to think like, I
just find it weird.
Think of like he's I don't think like he's. I'm trying to think like. Number one, I'm trying to think of Black characters in comics besides Black Panther, which is more a failing on my part than anything else.
I am curious. Do you think this guy's going to mention Eric July or Rippaverse?
But I mean, like,
video?
I don't know. But like, so Comics Explained did the whole. They did the whole Spawn thing. That's got Al Simmons. They did the whole Spawn storyline. Like, I'll say, like, I've personally, just from watching his content, I've never gotten the impression that he was just out for money or that he
yeah, I guess that was mainly the question I was asking. Like, his content doesn't seem malicious in any way, shape, or form.
No,
because like I've watched a few of his videos.
I've never gotten that like gross feeling of like, oh man, like you're fucking quit pushing all these ads, like quit like trying to monetize it. I've never
or pushing videos longer,
feeling.
like far longer than they need to be for monetization reasons or shit like that.
Yeah, no, like it's always usually felt like it's long enough to tell the story of the. Yeah, no. And then not to say that he's wrong. Like that's just I've personally not gotten that feeling.
That vibe, yeah.
Read with the sentiment that he was, and there's actually a misconception about why people think I called Rob a. There's actually even some misconception on Rob's part as to why I called him a. And for anyone who was wondering, yes, I have actually spoken with Rob in the time that all this has gone on. I actually tried to reach out to him before I made my statement publicly defending him from allegations of such. And he kind of blew off the whole thing as if it didn't really matter or he didn't really actually care. Like he literally chuckled it off with like, oh, LOL. Let's get that out of the way first. And after I defended him from allegations of because he does not, quotey fingers, represent or support black characters, evidence to the contrary came out of the woodwork.
That when he puts the little fucking raccoon up there, and it's because people are calling him a white supremacist or Nazi. Is that what he's censoring himself on?
I think the raccoon is what, because like I think that's
is that actually now I gotta.
I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for splitting the word in half and saying it, because the last half of raccoon is
I get what I get it, but it's just I don't know. It just doesn't make sense.
It's from what I understand, it's an insult in the
I think he's just using it as a self-censor. I think he's saying white supremacist or Nazi.
Okay.
I think it's the latter because YouTube's pretty sensitive about the 1940s party
I
there.
put up defending him in video format, mind you. Someone pointed out to me that Rob follows white supremacists.
This made me laugh so fucking hard that this came up because like Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker are part of like the whole Zero sphere. That like fucking
Critical Drinker is such a fucking loser.
Yeah, his shit's annoying.
But I can understand like Rob might have followed him fucking years ago and just like not unfollowed him. Like I can see shit like that happening.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh boy. Nazis.
There were people, when I talked about this publicly online on Nerds of Culture just this past week, there were people who tried to come to me and to his defense saying that, he's probably only doing it for research, or he's probably only doing it for this, that. And here's the thing. I want y'all to stop because y'all actually gave him an excuse that he later parroted in a video response to that getting out. And I want to point out in this video, which I believe was like almost 10 minutes long, he spent almost the entirety of the video talking about Blue Marvel and a bunch of other ancillary bullshit, and then waited till the last minute of the video to address the fact that he follows white supremacists. And he treated it almost as if, and I'm not the only one who thinks this, there was a lot.
I am going to push back a little bit on that because I wouldn't consider Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker to be like white supremacists. Like that seems to be a little.
Critical Drinker is definitely whether I won't say whether he is or he isn't in his personal life, but I think that any time that you court that audience and amplify those voices and make your living from that sort of grift, I don't know. I see what you mean, and I think that he's adjacent enough that like I'd be comfortable, like even if I wasn't comfortable calling him a pure white supremacist, I would absolutely be comfortable calling him a white supremacist enabler or an alt-right enabler or something like that. Maybe just like slightly less heated language, but like he's enough within that circle that I can forgive the slightly more inflammatory language that's being used.
Yeah,
I don't know nearly.
Agree to disagree on that one.
Alt Rohirrim on fucking their little bio is probably going to be close enough for me. I've never fucking watched Nerdrotica. I don't know what they're about, but
Nerdrotica,
that tagline alone, that tagline alone tells me that behind closed doors, you would advocate for some sort of ethno state.
Yeah, we'll agree to disagree on that one.
That's just looking
lot
at
of people
that
who
little
were
fucking bio
responding
line.
to
Like,
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
never
pointing
yeah,
watched
this
fair
out.
enough.
A lot of people
Yeah.
were even saying that it kind of felt like one of his explainer videos, like the way he framed it, the way he kind of danced around everything and didn't really talk about the thing that supposedly he was there to talk about.
I do
But
hate
at the end of it, when he
some of
did
those
actually
videos.
talk about it, and I want to make something clear here, I personally addressed him before giving my opinion on this. And I'm gonna tell you, matter of fact, before I tell you what he said in that video that didn't make any goddamn sense, let me talk to you guys about what actually happened in that DM exchange. Basically, to start the
I don't
whole
like
thing
his face,
on
but I
February
like his
5th, I said, "Hey,
presentation
caught a
style."
glimpse on
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay.
Twitter, all the shit
So
going
hold up, dude. How do you block this out like 10 fucking times? And then just like
Because YouTube's got audio filters more than text filters.
visual filter. Fair.
You good? ? And once again, he messaged me like a few hours later saying, always, LOL. Now, this is before I found out that on Twitter, he follows very well-known white supremacist Gary, is it Belcher? I don't know,
don't
maybe
make
he's a
me
Bob
defend Gary
Burgers character,
Nerdrotic.
I don't know.
Don't do
But
it.
otherwise, Gary,
Stop.
aka Nerdrotic, and Will Jordan, aka Critical Drinker, two people who are
You
at
make
the
fun of Critical
forefront
Drinker as much as you want. I don't
many
fucking
of
like
the
that guy.
racist
I don't like Gary
and
either, but
just
I can't,
outright
I'm not gonna-
bigoted,
I
just
can't
bigoted
jump on a
across the board, not even just
bandwagon for that
racist, but
one.
like homophobic, transphobic, really just about any kind of phobic you could add to it that would be just completely ridiculous for a person to feel about another human being. And yeah, he follows them. And when I saw that, that was kind of my canary in the coal mine, which, to be fair, there should have been others. Rob's done
I
plenty
do
of
wish he
dumb,
showed like the whole list
problematic
of
shit
people that he was.
before this. But yes, that was my canary in the coal mine. And I want to make something clear. This
I
wasn't
have a
something that
feeling
like,
I
oh, he had
probably-
just started
I
following
probably
them.
might
He
follow half
he
those
said that he
people.
started following them 6 months ago in that video I kind of alluded to earlier. But either way, he doesn't follow very many people. He follows like 215 people. And while the list I looked at didn't show all 215, Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic were damn near at the bottom of his follow list, which for those who don't know, if you're on Twitter, you look at someone's follow list, whoever's at the bottom are the people that person has been following the longest. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah, it's
But then he
Yeah, so
comes
that's
back
what I was
later
saying, like,
after
it's
I saw this evidence.
Ages ago, like before they kind of became more controversial figures.
Well, yeah, because like Nerdrotic, I think has like fucking 1 million subscribers or something like that. He's got a pretty big channel. But yeah, they're all into the I don't know the weird grifting shit.
And then said, yes, okay, maybe you guys were right. He is a I actually said that on Threads. And then apparently, I guess he saw it, which, I mean, honestly, I wasn't trying to hide it from him. The reason why I didn't like reach out to him immediately when I saw that shit is because I knew how long it would take him to respond. Because typically when I reach out to Rob, I think this is in 2024, I hit him up. It took him a few days to respond. So if I literally would have sat there, there's a high probability that it could have been a while. I remember one time I said, hey, there's something you wanted to talk to me about. And he was like, yeah, I'll hit you up in a day or so. And the next time that I heard from him was when I reached out to him over a year later. So I just want to
that
point
is
this
me
out,
to
Rob
a T.
doesn't
Like I am
talk to me the way
100%
he
that
might try
guy.
and make it
Like,
seem.
oh yeah, I totally meant to get back to you.
A year later, you just respond like it's just part of the conversation. Like,
Yeah. Well,
conversation
usually,
never
no,
stops.
because like I get like huge anxiety about it. So I'll be like, fuck, it's been like a month. Like I feel so bad. I can't reply to them now. And then it's like a year, and I'm like, fuck, I need something.
you reply to them a year and a day later.
And my wallet's still your place,
maybe
right?
they
Like
won't
I've
notice.
moved 3 times, buddy.
Like he talks to me. I'm not in his inner circle. I'm not like some of his other content creator peers where he's buddy with like Sal and Comic Drake, so on and so forth. I barely know the guy. Outside of the conversations you all have seen us have on social media or like in a video or live stream or something like that. But then we go on to say, Rob sees the video, he messaged me on Discord, and I kind of give him about roughly the same treatment he gives me. I didn't immediately respond. I actually saw that he had messaged me and was like, okay, and moved on with my day. I went and went to a hip hop show, hung out with my kid, did the husbandly things, you know what I'm saying? And then, I was, just doing other stuff. I even did a live stream that day too. I was like, hey, I'm gonna give him the same energy he gives me. When I actually finally got done with my day and came back and read, I saw that it said, hey, I saw your thread video though. I didn't realize you felt that way. And which is kind of funny because when he's talking about the video, I actually didn't say anything negative about him in the video. I just pointed out how Rob runs his channel and what matters to him. So I don't really know what there is to be angry about that. I was like, and I even was honest and said the thing that he even admitted later that he doesn't know shit about Miles.
I would not purport to be an expert on Milestone comics, right? I mean, I could lie and say that I am, but anyone who's knowledgeable about Milestone could press me for 5 minutes and figure out that I'm full of shit, right? And making the statement that I'm knowledgeable about Milestone.
And then he messages me like, I think almost a couple of hours later, basically saying that, well, I guess your thread video and your comments agreeing that I'm a... And it's kind of funny because once again, he's mischaracterizing the situation. In that video, I never said he was a so that lets me know he didn't actually watch that video. I actually was very defensive of Rob. And here, I'll show you what I said. Okay, so I saw people cooking my man shit on the artist formerly known as Twitter yesterday, and I saw it kind of escalate a little bit more the past few hours, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit and kind of maybe give some perspective. So yesterday, Rob was called for not uplifting, Black comics and Black comic creators, Black superheroes, stuff like that during Black History Month. And while I think the person who threw that label at him was kind of out of pocket, I also have to admit that there is a reason maybe why there is this perception. Now, let's go ahead and just clear the air here. Rob has talked about Black characters on his channel before. As a matter of fact, he
having zoomed in
once did it to his
background is so distracting.
It's really weird. I don't understand why
people know who Blue Marvel is to this day, and he is the biggest comics YouTuber out there. That's not a lie. It's objective. It's literally fact. it's a fact. But the problem is that in the past, when he has tried to talk about Black stories, like case in point, I remember once he did a video about Sam Wilson as Captain America when that was first a thing, and his audience crucified him for it because his audience is largely white. This is why he doesn't talk about Black characters very often. And I would also say you're also really only going to get Black.
I didn't go into the comments at all on those ones, but like, I liked the video. I wish he did.
I just find it weird. It's like, how do you?
I don't know. Get it? Like,
what are like? There's Black Panther. There's Spawn. Like, how many super well-known Black characters are there? Oh, yeah, but okay, Miles Morales, yeah. Like, do you save them all for February? Like, do you like I don't like that?
Well, the other thing is
worse, right?
Like it feels like a bit of a nothing burger in general.
It does. It really does.
I also I don't know. Could he have thought about it and like scheduled his uploads to fit the theme of the month? Yeah, but
why? Why not just do what you want to do? Like, that's
it's one of those things. Like, I don't know. Like, I assume most people complete and schedule their videos well in advance of when they're actually uploaded for the most part.
Yeah.
So like, my thought process is like, he probably just like had it in the production pipeline and like it was a month or two ahead of it and didn't think like, oh yeah, Black History Month. It was just like, fucking 8 weeks from now is February. Like, fucking
that's a stupid argument. That's dumb.
Black characters out of him that are like that he knows from Marvel and DC. He's not really going to talk about Black characters outside of that. And let's keep it a buck. Those characters are white owned in a lot of cases, really in all cases, because the corporations themselves are white. Now, if you want to talk about Milestone, which I saw other people like Jay Penumbra bring up, that he doesn't bring up Milestone, and a lot of other people brought this up as well. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all.
Rob doesn't know anything about Milestone. He doesn't read Milestone, at least not to my knowledge. I've talked to the guy before, both on a hot mic
Yeah,
and
like
off.
he doesn't. He mostly just covers like DC and Marvel stuff for the vast majority. Like, I'm pretty sure the only reason he covered Spawn was because like he did, and that was years and years ago. He did like an issue or something, and fucking everyone was like, "Yeah, like more Spawn. Like, I want to know how the fucking story ends." Like, he doesn't really go outside the big two for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. So far, his entire argument to me has just been he doesn't cover many black characters.
Well, it's not even. It doesn't even like
people that he doesn't like on Blind. That's
yeah.
Is that the extent of the argument so far?
Drama channels. What?
that's the extent of the argument so far. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. 10 minutes to say
Mike,
that. All right.
You can even go back and look at past Blurrcaves where he's come on. He's openly admitted he doesn't really know much about Milestone. He doesn't keep up with Milestone. Rob doesn't really read many comics outside of like Cape shit, as far as I'm aware. I mean, at least
100%.
Most of what he talks about, like anytime we're like, when I talked to him and brought up comics that weren't like big two comics, he generally wasn't aware of like what was going on.
Yeah. He doesn't know shit about Dark Horse.
And that's the same for Milestone. I think he only really knew about Milestone because of Static, and not even because of the comic Static, but because of the Static Shock animated series.
Yeah.
To the point that
100%.
he even calls Static Shock,
Yeah,
even though that's not
absolutely.
actually Static's name.
So like, why are people mad? Like, I kind of don't get it. It really feels like mountains from molehills. Like,
I haven't heard like a legit argument from this guy yet.
It doesn't even sound like it's. It doesn't even sound like it's his argument for the most part, except for like,
he jumped on
the critical drinker and the neurotic thing, and then everything else. He's just like, yeah. So everyone's like saying all these things, like, but it doesn't sound like you agree with them.
Story altogether, though. But if you want to know why, that's why.
So then I responded and said, that's why I hit you up to check in. I wanted it straight from you. I honestly can't lie and say it doesn't break my heart. You actually fuck with racists like Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker. Fuck the video shit. You cover what you want. I stand by that. But you can't give me a reason that would make sense to me why you fuck with people like them. They are OD racist, insidiously anti-black, two of the most...
OD? What is OD?
I don't know. I'm Ace White. I'm
homophobic
sorry.
and transphobic men in our circle. Others, seeing you follow them, pretty much endorses their bullshit. I hate to see it, and it made me seriously question some things you've said and done in the past now. Try to make me understand. I'm willing to listen. Maybe I got it wrong. I'm willing to give grace, but I can't promise I'll like the answer. Now, Rob responds a little bit more immediately than what he would normally do, and I'm going to tell you why, and it's because of two reasons. One, he was angry at me, and two, I'm willing to gamble he was hurt. He had hurt feelings. I can promise you that, because the way he was responding to me basically just kind of gave the game away. It almost kind of reminded me of times when, like, you have like a breakup, like you got somebody you're dating, and then like, y'all break up, and like, while y'all might talk all.
It's all very parasocial.
But dude, it's like, those are very fucking basic responses. Like, I don't.
Right?
The thread that I had put out, which is kind of funny because he posted it about roughly around the same time that I was typing the message that I'm showing you guys now. I actually sent it immediately after. He didn't respond, which honestly, I don't care. It is what it is. But my response, I thought, even in that, was gracious, because I saw the fuck off after, because literally right as I was hitting enter, he had sent that. He sent the now fuck off part. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. I was like, let the chips fall where they may. I was like, he and I, we are officially enemies now at this point.
What does this dude actually do? Is he just, hold on, I'm just going to, you can keep playing. I'm just going to.
Blurred Without Fear.
But basically, I just said to leave it where it was sure, whatever. Anyway. Hope you get your shit together, dude. I used to have a lot of respect for you. Like, seriously. Fuck views, fuck subs, fuck internet fame, fuck fuck rubbing elbows, fuck all of that. This all lives matter, MGTOW, Nazis might be right bullshit you're on is next level weird. Please seek help. The bullet point of that video he sent me was basically to say that he follows Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic because he gave some screed about his dad telling him, oh, you got to know him.
He hasn't given anyone else other than Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic, and I do find that weird. He hasn't named.
I think they're the only two. I think Rob just follows those two because he said he said that he had 215 odd people that he follows. And out of those, there were two.
Because out of just like all the people you could follow, Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic, there's an entire group of those people that you would follow if you were actually invested in that content, right? You'd be following Heel versus Babyface, Yellow Flash, fucking
They're saying you got to know what both sides are saying. Okay, I'm sure your dad actually told you that bullshit, but here's the thing I don't think he told you. I don't think he told you to actually like follow them, like to actually like you have their shit show up on your social media feed. I'm almost positive.
That's the other thing, dude. I do find this interesting because like both Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic are like really good friends with Eric July. So and like they've both promoted Eric July.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So Critical, again, I can't speak to Nerdrotic. I don't really know, but like, Critical Drinker to me seems like he's an opportunist grifter, right? Like he doesn't actually stand for anything. So
no, I don't I think he says crazy shit, doesn't believe half the crazy shit he says.
Yeah. So if he sees someone that he can, for lack of a better word, exploit, then it doesn't matter.
But I just find it interesting, man. This guy hasn't like.
Yeah, this guy like I don't.
He hasn't mentioned an Eric July relation. It's like you would think if he was this invested into who Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker were, he would have found that connect. It's not a hard connection to find.
Yeah.
Both of them are super outspoken with how much they support Eric July, and it's like, to me, it just I don't know.
Positive that might not have been the exact sentiment.
Getting into the whole conversation, right, about one of the people started to figure out that I follow Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic on Twitter. Yeah. I mean, if somebody tweeted out and asked that question, do you follow Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker? I would have been like, yep. Now, why do I follow them? Because when I was younger, my dad gave me a really good piece of advice, which was this. He said, if you're going to stand for something, then you need to know what the other side believes, and you need to know what the other side stands for, and you need to listen to what the other side has to say.
Again, there's more people you'd be following, though.
Not because you like them,
but if he's just, but so he, he's probably just trying to get the fucking the ground level pulse. You don't
fair
because I do kind of the same thing in a lot of cases where I'll follow or fucking I used to fucking lurk on Kiwi Farms a lot. Kiwi Farms is a fucking horrible place. Don't ever go there.
Oh, dude, the Comicsgate's got a good relationship with Kiwi Farms. We'll get into that one day. But...
Oh yeah. Fascinating place. There's it's the definition of a melting pot. But holy shit, are some of the most awful people in the fucking world.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Successful. And
Kiwi Farms.
So if someone, but there are much deeper levels to that. There are other sub forums and subcultures and sub communities that are definitely part of that circle, but which I never personally explored or subscribed to or whatnot. So I can see just subscribing to the most forward facing, the most publicly known kind of aspects of that community and leaving it at that, because then you're getting, because most of all those content creators, they're all kind of regurgitating the same stuff. So you follow the big three, and you're getting most of that filtered through, and you get the general pulse of things without having to follow whoever, Yellow Flash or whatever, right?
Yeah, that's fair, because Gary is he's the top Star Wars is dead, guy. So
100% of the time.
Like the
And they are
anti-Star
not
Wars
wrong.
theory.
Well, so what's interesting, man, is Star Wars Theory is friends with like Nerdrotic and these guys too. So it's
I can't remember which. There's one channel that like always glazes new Star Wars, and I can't remember if I always think it's Star Wars Theories, but I must.
No,
maybe
you're
I'm mistaken.
thinking of I think it's Star Wars Explained.
Oh, okay.
It's
that would make sense.
It's the guy and his girlfriend. I fucking hate.
Yeah. Where they have nothing bad to say about any fucking Star Wars product ever. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
The only bad thing they have to say about Star Wars are the people who don't like anything. Well, it's like anyone who has any slight criticism of Star Wars, they hate you. They hate everything about you, and it's so fucking weird. I don't like those people.
They like
of the time. And how
you can't pay for better fucking PR and marketing than people like that. Like like Disney looks at them and they're like, God, I wish I could fucking offer them money, but they wouldn't take it.
Oh shit, Scribe Comics, what up, bro?
Oh, that's a great place to pause on him, by the way. Just worthy photo. Wow.
If you want to hop on, man, feel free. Or just fucking going over this video here.
Yeah, it's a huge nothing burger.
Yeah.
How could you possibly know whether or not you're right if you reject any opinion other than your own? At that point, you're just confirming your own views over and over and over again, right?
That's why I read the Bible.
That's why I follow them. I don't like or respect Critical Drinker or Nerdrotic, and I have no problem admitting that publicly. If I happen to bump into them at a Comic-Con, they're like, "Oh my God, your Comics Explained, we're huge fans. Do you want to get a beer?" I would just be like, "No," and then I would leave, right? But I do listen to them because it's entirely possible that they have an opinion out there somewhere that actually changes and it gives me reason to rethink my own viewpoints. That maybe I'm not actually as right as I've been telling myself I am this entire time.
He hits a good point. Like fucking, that's one of the questions that I think people should ask themselves more often. And smart people ask themselves all the time: is what if I'm wrong? How am I wrong? Where am I wrong? Okay, good. I'm correct. Carry on. Like, or incorporate that data and maybe change your perspective. But yeah, like it's a fine, like I do agree with Blurred's overall thesis here. Yeah. Especially when you are a content creator with a large audience like that. Oh yeah, right. It's fuck. Whoops. But it's dangerous to amplify those voices at all when you have an audience of what is Comics Explained? I'm curious now.
He's probably good. He's what, the million? At least a million? I think he's one of those.
He has 2.62 million subscribers. So like,
yeah,
there is absolutely an argument to be made that it becomes dangerous to even follow people like that because it risks amplifying those voices and amplifying those opinions rather than giving people perspective on it.
Yes, that's where we differ because I just don't like. Because I
don't necessarily agree with that thesis per se.
Yeah, it's like I followed Nerdrotic for so fucking long, and it's like I just don't see. Like I do see why people could think that, but it's like, man, I don't know. I followed those guys for so fucking long. It's like I just don't see. Like I see the people who they hang out with. I actually see like, their morals and their opinions on things. But the only parts that actually get shown from these guys are just like the over eccentric statements that are made. Like I don't know.
I do think like it's one of those it's one of those rich tapestry things where you can't necessarily look at one piece and expect that to form the whole puzzle, right?
Yeah.
But I definitely don't disagree with Blurred in that. And I hate making fucking slippery slope arguments. I really do, but it can be a slippery. Fuck, I hate that fucking argument so goddamn much. It's such a terrible fucking logical fallacy, but it's sometimes a truism.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
We'll see.
This is a sick Negro.
Real talk.
I'm curious. I'm curious.
That was a great spot to pause at there, but
it was
one of the. I'm gonna keep track of some of these little fucking disagreements, and then we'll have a change my mind segment one of these days. Where just like yeah, well this is why I think this, and it's like, well, this is why I think this. Then we can just lay out the whole fucking. Because I think that would be cool.
Like a debate like they used to have.
Yeah, sort of. And I think it would be nice for people to see like two people who can actually like disagree on things,
right?
Have a fucking conversation about something that they disagree on.
Because I'm very disagreeable.
Oh, 100%. Me too.
I'm just especially in a public facing space. I try to be a lot more diplomatic.
Yeah,
I think I'm pretty good at that.
I'd say so.
If you need a white supremacist,
it's always harder when you like. It's a lot easier to kind of have those conversations when you're like on a stream too with somebody as opposed to text, because everything shit gets lost in translation and fucking text, 100%. Especially when you're stuck to 250 characters.
Yeah. Yeah, no wonder. No wonder there's so much fucking Twitter beef. Like, you don't have enough fucking words to explain yourself.
Well, I hate arguing with people in YouTube live chats too, because it's like there's not enough space for you to actually get your words across, so you have to close it, like shorten it up, but you shortening it up makes you sound like an idiot.
Yeah
And it's like, and then people are just like, oh, that doesn't make any fucking sense, and you're like, yeah, because I can't write 4 paragraphs, and I'm not gonna fill somebody else's live chat with fucking
yeah absolutely.
And then I also don't care enough to DM them about it, so it's, I don't know.
Well, and at that point, like, they've already won if you're DMing them.
Yeah. I don't know. There are some people that would like to fucking to message and actually get their full on opinion on something, but it's like I also find that weird if someone were to just message me and be like, "Hey, can I get your opinion on this?"
Yeah, I'd be
like, why do you want my opinion on this? Who are you going to show this to?
That reminds me, I was going through my fucking Facebook messages. I found a bunch. So I used to troll on Flat Earth versus Globe Earth Facebook pages. And I found people people sent me like their entire reasoning for why the Earth is flat, and I just ignored it. And it's like multi-paragraphs. I'm like, oh, that's amazing. I got to come back and read that one day.
Yeah, everyone's dumb because the Earth's a donut. It's flat and hollow, so you just fucking.
Yeah, that's actually
you need to follow.
We've got to pause this guy for 10 more seconds. One of the guys on the Flat Earth fucking thing, he was so close to the idea because he thought Earth was flat, but the oceans were circulated by giant tubes that ran underneath the Earth.
Yeah.
All you needed was a little gap there, and he's basically got your fucking donut Earth.
Wow.
Just spun on the wrong side, yeah. I'm curious what his...
White supremacists. 2 of them, bear in mind, 2 completely different white supremacists, in order to make sure that...
But hold on, so basically from that conversation we just had, I picked up this, like, Comics Explained is basically following, Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker, probably because he just wants to get the idea of those people. Because, I do... Yeah. I kind of agree with that sentiment now. So, all right. That's where I'm leaning.
You're on the right side of things, or you're hoping that they can give you some information that's gonna maybe change your worldview on something. Like, look, if you ever find yourself in agreement with a white supremacist, you need to revisit some shit.
Come on, man.
Please,
I don't need white supremacists. Though. Like, even a broken clock's right twice a day, and like, if that were true, then you could never deprogram people. Like, you could never turn people away from the dark side and turn them into normal functioning human beings instead of fucking white supremacists. Like, because like at some you have to find commonality and common ground before you can make that connection and move to the next step, which is rehabilitation. So like Yeah, I'm sorry, Blair, to kind of, as a white guy, I gotta disagree with you. Like,
Hey,
I
as a
guess I'm
guy,
just
you
thinking of
fucking
that
disagree with him.
fucking the dude who there's actually a few of them, but like there's a like I spent years and years talking with KKK members and deprogramming them and like.
Oh, Daryl Davis.
Thank you.
Yeah, I fucking that guy was
and like and at so like
he was on
because,
Tim Pool's show like 3 times, dude. That guy's
oh
fucking
yeah,
dope.
oh interesting. But yeah, and like I get what he's saying. Like, if you're agreeing with a white supremacist ethno-state fucking worldview, then yeah, check yourself, 100%. Like, and honestly, he's not wrong.
But if you both agree the sky is blue,
find
the sky is probably blue,
right? Like, and like, and he's not wrong. Like, even in the most basic general sense, anytime you're engaging with someone who holds those worldviews or embiggens those worldviews, because I can't find the proper word. You should probably, yeah, if you find yourself agreeing at any point, check why. Check in with yourself.
And then there's me just sitting here where it's like I just don't
disregard it out of hand either. Like, yeah. So like I again, it's I get what he's saying, but it's just so fucking terminally online.
It is, and it's like I don't want to like
kind of where like
I'm just running into that. Don't make me defend Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker situation here.
Oh, I will not fucking no, like I will not at all. Like the closest I'll come to defending them is I'll say that I wouldn't categorize them as white supremacist content.
Yeah, I
would say it's content that white supremacists will enjoy, but like it's not like there's actual fucking Nazi channels on YouTube. Like there's like if he was fucking following like Sargon of Akkad or something like that, I'd be a little bit more fucking concerned. But like, yeah.
Paula, you have a question. What's cooking?
To let me know that I'm on the right side.
Do you both think Keanu Reeves would play a great Darth Revan? Yes.
Yeah. 100%. Absolutely.
I don't know many roles Keanu Reeves.
That was actually my first thought. I was like, I think he'd be good at pretty much anything.
Like I'm trying to think of like, yeah, no, 100%.
But yeah, actually, like I think that would be.
Are you into the Star Wars animated shows at all? That Maul show that's coming out looks fucking sweet. I really hope they.
When does that come out? Oh, I guess you're looking at things. You'll find it.
I've heard that Abeloth might be coming to Ahsoka season 2. Ooh. Natalie Portman might be returning as Padme. Ooh,
that would be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I got to. Did I watch the Ahsoka? I don't think I did. I think I fell off after the Book of Boba Fett. Either way, I gotta catch up. I want to start making Star Wars content. So whether it's good or not,
yeah, we should just fucking throw it in the Discord at some point and just start watching it. Because I watched Mandalorian season 1. I didn't watch I don't think I watched season 2.
Yeah, I really want to go through and do the animated shows again too. I got to catch up on those.
We should go back and fucking watch Clone Wars 2003 because there's only like 1, 2.
We're definitely throwing that on later. But yeah, that would be sick.
Because yeah, like I've just kind of fallen off with all Star Wars content for the most part. Although I did buy Tag and Bank for the ebook and fucking started reading that. That's a great comic. I'm so fucking glad I got that ebook. Like I've just been downloading comics and I'm gonna start loading them on there because like I love owning books. I really do. There's the smell, like just having physical books.
A physical copy, great. Yeah.
But they take up so much goddamn space. They're too fucking heavy. I can't bring myself to sell them, so I can't get rid of them. So having the ebook has been great because it's just like fits in my jacket pocket. Like I don't have to decide which book I want to take. Like I can read comics on it because it's actually number one, it's color, and number two, it's like the resolution's low enough that it feels like I'm reading a classic comic book. Like it's, I don't know. And to me, like reading stuff on the phone or on the tablet just doesn't have that tactile kind of feeling to it.
Yeah.
So having the ebook it's amazing. I highly recommend. And you can load audiobooks on it too, which is great. So it's got Bluetooth. So I don't use it, but it's there if you want it.
Yeah, after this video, I got fucking Star Wars Theory talking about Marsha Lucas, and she's hating on the prequels and sequels. Marcia Lucas, the George Lucas's ex-wife.
Oh, fair enough.
The person who's basically responsible.
For Empire.
Yeah. She's the one who's responsible.
Empire, but Empire is the one I always latch onto.
Yeah. So yeah, well, fucking, I got that out.
I want to hear this guy wrap up his fucking thesis.
Yeah.
So.
Thanks. Okay.
I mean, still got fucking 10 minutes.
Morally
I don't think we need
you're
to watch.
morally bankrupt.
No.
And honestly, I think Rob is. I also think he's got some anti-blackness in him. Because he leaps at opportunities to shit on other black people, which is kind of funny because I've seen him actually talk about how like, the people who are the most racist to me are other black people, other people of color.
I mean, hurt people.
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just
guys,
because of one person.
People,
it's
man,
because
it's
of
just
me too, and I want y'all to
people.
realize that.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
But literally, I saw him doing this. Like someone actually told me about how he used to talk shit about
And like
Ava
these are
Reese for no
aspects
other
of it
reason.
that I'm not familiar with. So like he could absolutely be right. Like maybe he does, and it could be something that he's not even consciously aware of, right? Like it could just be that it could just be that like it's a pattern that's only apparent to people outside the pattern, right? Like not saying that is the case because I don't know. I don't follow Twitter drama. Number one, I don't like drag.
I like
self-care is not reading the comments sometimes because like it's such a fucking cesspool. I don't know. You can't give it too much credence, otherwise you become a YouTube drama fucking creator, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not really
skip to the last like 5 minutes. Let's see him wrap up his thesis here.
All right.
The fact that she was a black woman.
Clicking on the
Honestly,
screen
that
trying
right
to
there
fucking
in and of
replay the
itself
video.
is a
Why isn't
whole
this
other host
fucking
of
working?
problems. But to get us back on task, the reason why I took umbrage with him following white supremacists outside of the obvious is that it's like, well, here's the thing. I don't really follow anything that I don't want to see. Like, I can keep up with what Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker and Heels versus Babyface and Young Ripper and Melanie Mac and Geeks and Gamers and all.
Hold up.
Here's the thing. I don't really follow anything that I don't want to see. Like, I can keep up with what Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker and Heels versus Babyface and Young Ripper and Melanie Mac and Geeks and Gamers and all of these other people.
That's the entire Zero Sphere that we call, right? Every person that he basically named.
And
there,
the Zero Sphere, they're the ones who like just bitch and moan and don't create, right?
Yeah, they're the ones who basically left. They're the ones who joined Eric when Eric fucking decided that he wanted to attack Ethan because Ethan didn't step in line with everything Eric had to say.
Gotcha.
So Eric went on his way, and then basically had to pick a side as the community. So the Zeros went with Eric, and then Comicsgate was Comicsgate.
Interesting.
Yeah, I do find it interesting that he didn't name a single Comicsgate person in there, but
people who kind of traffic in white supremacy and just very bigoted and misogynistic, homophobic, transphobic views. People who are literally like they brush their teeth.
We're not even
with
on his
anti-blackness. I don't have to follow them to know what they say. I know what they say. I have ways of finding out what they say.
You should follow.
I don't need a play-by-play, blow-by-blow of what they do. And honestly, that's what you get if you follow somebody. Now, once again, he only follows 215 people. And just based on how my social media algorithm works.
No, it is nice because for the most part, like what you find in Comicsgate is basically just draw streams now. Just like fucking people actually making things or like I don't know. There's not a whole lot of the fucking weird, stupid drama shit going on. Just stuff like this, like what we're doing.
I follow over
pointing
1,000
out random shit online
on Threads, and I don't.
That's unusual. 1,000 people is a lot of fucking people to follow. Like, you're just terminally online, buddy. Like, I hate to break it to you. That's not.
That is actually a lot of people. No, that is not a normal amount of people follow.
Like, my Facebook has about 400 plus people, and that was after trimming it down from like 600 or 700 because like I was terminally online. I'd added a bunch of fucking randos and shit. I just
outside
weaned them down.
Of the
yeah, buddy, you're just kind of wrapped up too much in the online comic space.
Yeah, I'm kind of done with this guy.
Like, I don't disagree with his thesis, but it's mountains and molehills.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, he's. Like, to me, I would have liked if he went.
Don't follow Critical Drinker. Don't follow Nerdrotic. Sure, I agree with that 100%. Rob, unsubscribe, but like, it's pretty. Do I follow fucking Critical Drinker? I don't think so. He still shows up in my feed though. Like, no.
I'm pretty sure I still follow both of them, but that's just.
Yeah, but you were in that.
Yeah, and I usually don't unfollow people.
Yeah, that's the same thing with me. Like, I just won't. Like, I do agree with them. Like, I just won't follow them in the first place usually.
Marshall Lucas, perfect.
There we go. Good old Star Wars theory, because we were talking about him earlier. So this is actually
okay. Yeah. I was definitely thinking Star Wars Explained.
Yeah.
Explains what the sequels got wrong and what the Mandalorian got right. Marshall Lucas is George Lucas's ex-wife, and she did a lot that a lot of people don't know about for the original trilogy. She chopped up the whole thing of Episode 4 and essentially put the Force back into the movie, literally, because George wanted to cut it out. So I guess this is a new interview that just happened. So let's go ahead and watch.
Dude, that's a wild thing to actually think about. That like George Lucas,
well, because he wanted it to be more grounded and less space magic, right? Because he wanted it to be Seven Samurai in space blended with what was it, Hidden Fortress, and with a bit of Vietnam allegory sprinkled throughout, because the Empire was supposed to be the Americans and the rebels were the Viet Cong.
God damn, dude, I keep clicking on the stream. Like, why the fuck isn't this fucking playing? Yeah, he makes his own fucking lightsabers now.
No.
Am I delighted with the films that Disney's made? Not
does
really.
he make his own lightsabers, or does he bulk order from that fucking one saber?
I think he actually works. No, I think he actually works with one of the fucking companies or whatever, and does something from my understanding.
You continue though.
Like
I'm
Mandalorian?
just pricing what
Yes, I think Mandalorian's great. I really like it. It's a good show.
What does Mandalorian get right that the new films got wrong?
Well,
I'm asking you as an editor. I'm asking you as the person I think who poured the heart into the franchise. What does it get? Because I'm with you. Like, I'll never watch the new ones again, ever. And I'm not crazy about the prequels, but I do not loathe them.
No.
I do loathe the new ones.
Right on. Here we go. Okay. Marshall Lucas also.
What a fucking interviewer! Holy shit! That is not a professional interviewer question.
I don't
loathe the prequel, but I loathe this. Like, kudos to you for just laying it out there. But holy shit, it's not how you're supposed to interview.
It's like, here are my extreme biases. Could you comment on this?
Outs of leaving the Force, this mystical force in the trilogy, in the original trilogy, and Marshall Lucas was like, "No, you have to put that back in." She edited it back in, and when it was time to show the full thing, she couldn't go back and take it out because it was too late. And George was like, "Well, I guess." Imagine that. And she's always been extremely candid with how she feels about.
So she
people
is
and
Star
things.
Wars, not
and
George.
I really respect her.
But I love
But it's like the writing and the artist.
I was literally about to try. I'm sitting there in my head. How can I make a funny comparison to that? I was trying to make a joke, but beat me to it.
The story. You take a character out of Star Wars, and he's a bounty hunter, and he gets paid to go collect this little baby.
That's probably my biggest complaint I have with The Mandalorian, though.
Mm-hmm.
It was sold to us as a bounty hunter TV show.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't going to have force powers. It wasn't going to have Jedi stuff in it.
Yeah.
But
Right.
they said that knowing in the first episode they were going to have Grogu.
I think Grogu was originally supposed to just be much more of a MacGuffin, though. I think he was supposed to be more of a package, and then he got such a wild response that there was no way marketing was going to let them
Fair.
anything else.
Yeah, they might have just meant to use him for like a one-off story.
I 100% believe that he was originally just going to be much more of a MacGuffin and not so much an actual character or plot device.
And that's like that was my same issue with the Book of Boba Fett. The Book of Boba Fett starts out with him. I can't even fucking remember. He wants to take over Jabba's empire. He wants to become the new fucking crime lord.
Yeah.
And at the end of the story, he just ends up as the sheriff of the town. And they're like,
because wasn't like
Boba Fett got what he
was it
wanted.
season 2 that ended with him on the throne of Jabba's place? Because I think I
yeah, it did. Something
so
like
I did
that,
watch
yeah.
season 2. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
So that's
when he
where I
cut-
stopped watching.
Yeah, you didn't need to start. You didn't need to go any further.
The baby, he falls in love with the baby, and he misses him when he has to
Oh.
turn him in, and he goes back and he rescues the baby, and that story between that bounty hunter, right, soldier of fortune, you never see his face, he's wearing a mask, and his affection for that little baby is what drives the story forward. And what drives the story forward is that every week they have an adventure trying to get back to the baby's planet, where the baby came from, where
It's also a big deal that the baby is a baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Which there you go. Which George always said Yoda. You don't want to know much about him because it takes away his mysticism. He's like this really cosmic sort of wizard that just comes in and out of the scene when he needs to drop a little bit of wisdom, and that's it.
Where it came from, find his people, and Mandalorian
Yeah.
wants to find other bodies, other people like him.
Yoda was the kayfabe
So you've
of
got
Star
this
Wars.
metal man, this body hunter, and this baby Yoda, this little green thing with big ears, going off on all these adventures together. And they're good adventures. All the things they encounter. I mean, that's what happened in Star Wars. Star Wars had ice planets and cloud planets and desert planets, and all.
That was a major qualm that George Lucas had with the sequel trilogy, was that he said it a million times, that they just want to do the same thing.
Why does everyone want to go back to Jakku?
He's like, I like to go to different planets. I like to go to different places, but they just want to go to the same places.
All kinds of different planets. So that just is a good story. It's a good story. What I don't care for the sequels, because there was no need to kill Harrison Ford.
I've never heard
Why
this.
kill Han Solo, the beloved character Han Solo? Why? And then at the end of The Last Jedi, they let Luke disintegrate, so they kill off. Luke should have stuck around to be the new Obi-Wan, the new Yoda, the new Jedi Master.
It is funny because the whole them always wanting to go back to like Tatooine and stuff like that, and like not wanting to expand out of the thing is actually what made me hone my story in from globally to just like one section of America. Because it's like I didn't want to run into that issue of like I have the globe and I have to tell a story of people that are meeting each other across the planet. Dude, it takes forever to cross the planet.
You're right.
So it's like,
yeah, people underestimate scale so fucking vastly. Like, try
like, even
walking somewhere. Like
even one thing I did in my shit is like I calculated how far, like I've got my cities in locations where I think they would be corresponded to real life. I have the distance like mapped out, and then I have how fast augmented humans could actually run.
Yeah,
And, like in my story, I'm actually like thinking about that and like
having like realistic or like grounded within the world distances.
World reference, and it's like
yeah.
It's shit like that people need to fucking pay more attention to in their stories and stuff.
To teach the young people, right? They don't think story anymore. They're not thinking.
That's funny though. That's what Mandalorian's doing.
They're telling a story.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't want to spoil it for you. If are you up to date?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm not.
Let's change the.
I'm not.
You should keep watching. You should watch Book of Boba Fett. You could actually probably skip the first 4 episodes.
Oh, right.
But starting in episode 5, I think.
You can see. I think there's only
awful
dude. I think there's only 8 episodes in that show. So he's like, you can start at episode 5. Yeah, skip the first half. You don't need to watch the Vespa scene because that scene's just fucking embarrassing. Have you ever seen that scene?
No, I didn't watch Book of Boba Fett.
Okay, I'm gonna line that up.
Like it quite a bit.
Oh yeah, the Mando episodes. Which I think we're episode 6. But that's
episodes 6 and 7 were just episodes of The Mandalorian that they didn't want to put into the other seasons. So it's like, there's only 2 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett you really need to watch.
It's definitely Marshall Lucas, and then after her, I would say, or on par with her, would be Roger Christian.
And they somehow managed to ruin I forgot how to say his name, the Black Wookiee, like the Black Krishant. Have you seen him? Do you remember him?
I don't remember.
He had a whole
I don't remember.
Okay, so in the Boba Fett comics that he had there was like 5 fucking bounty hunters. There was Boba Fett, Cad Bane. Oh, I forget the other 2. The guy with the wolf, I fucking forget. But yeah, they I don't know. They basically ruined the Black Wookiee. Like him and Boba Fett basically have like a whole lore history together, but then they removed that history that they all had. And but then they tried to like reference the factor that they knew each other later, and it's like you already broke the fucking continuity. Dude.
Yeah. The stories Roger has and the things he knows about the original trilogy. I mean, he was right there with Marsha. He was right there with George when they were building this or when they were starting out. I mean, he created the first lightsaber, for God's sakes. You know, the guy knows everything that George was thinking to be the set decorator. And then
check this out. You gotta check this out. This
I think I have seen this, but I'm always
this is a chase scene in fucking Star Wars, dude. Like
honestly, my biggest problem isn't so much like the colorways on the bikes, it's that they're too shiny and they don't look like they've ever been trimmed.
To me, it's the slowest chase scene that like it's Star Wars, dude. They have fucking pod racing, and they're like,
oh, yeah, what?
Like the motion blurs are slow, dude. Like, I wish it wasn't as jittery. That's kind of shitty.
Try taking it out of full screen.
Oh, that's better. How it ends is the fucking funniest part, though.
Yeah, they do. They feel like they're just
they're so slow. Oh no, look out. We have so long to swerve around it.
I think part of my brain's issue with it isn't that the CG's bad or unbelievable, but it doesn't have that sense of physicality that you get out of actually ramming into shit.
Yeah.
Also, why are you cutting the vehicle? Flame him in the face. Like, he could have just reached out and burned that. It's just so tropey and dumb.
And then the music.
And he just like gently like rocks against it. Like I've fucking docked boats harder than that.
He had a jetpack the whole time.
Why?
They were chasing him. They were chasing him for Boba Fett.
None of that was necessary. Like go back like 6 seconds. Like yeah, like I say, I fucking docked boats harder than that. Like that's not a crash. Sup?
Like so that was that was a scene that was the last straw for me in Star Wars. That was like the straw that broke the camel's
let's see.
back.
I'm gonna see. Hold up. Matrix Revolution.
And to be the second unit director for episode 1.
They start getting good. Yeah, they
Well,
tell
they do, but let's just say you're a good idea.
Star Wars is such a good story.
Yeah, new vlog, by the way. Yeah, you know, this is really cool. I didn't know that she was doing an interview of some sorts. Marshall Lucas perfectly explains what's wrong with the prequels. Uh-oh, you might want to watch that one after. I didn't know she was doing interviews and stuff. Hold on. I got to go through this whole thing and watch it because she's an extraordinary woman and she's very intelligent.
Who are you?
And she knows exactly what Star Wars is. And I bet you nobody's going to call her sexist for saying that she didn't like the sequel trilogy, are they? So,
oh, shut up. Let her fucking talk. God damn.
For so many years, and so many of us have been called.
This is why I don't watch YouTubers like this. Like, I just
racist.
I don't want to hear your fucking input. I just want to hear the goddamn interview.
Yeah. Don't toe in line if you don't agree with them. And it's this really low IQ argument that they throw just because they can't come up with any actual evidence or reason as to why the film is actually not good, which we give them, but they don't want to accept it. So it's totally acceptable to have different opinions, and I'm all for that. But I also don't believe in name calling when you just don't agree with the other person if they're being cordial and respectful to you. It
is the one thing I will give him, because this dude, like, he was actually, I think, probably, was he the first YouTuber I actually followed on YouTube? I think he was. Because I started using YouTube for just Star Wars content, just like ingest fucking like Star Wars content and stuff. So I found this guy, and then it was like, yeah, after The Last Jedi, it was like, why does shit suck? And then you could tell he didn't really like it. And then after The Rise of Skywalker, he was like, I'm just going to talk about like older Star Wars stuff and like the prequel stuff. And then people started like berating him, telling him like, why aren't you covering sequel stuff? And he's like, I just don't really like the sequels. And then there was a huge attack mob. And I think just over the years of people berating him, this is just where he's gotten to with it. So it's like, I'll defend him a little bit on that, because he never used to like put those little things in these videos. Like, that's not
well. And I think it comes down to just the state of YouTube engagement at this point.
True.
If you're not rage baiting one side or the other, you're not monetizing correctly, which is disgusting. But it's kind of just where it's at.
Yeah.
Marshall Lucas's thoughts on that is pretty interesting. See what she says perfectly wrong with the prequels.
What's wrong with the prequels?
Story. I think the storylines are confusing. And I think they're so full of special effects. And, you know, all the what do you call them? The computer generated characters. I mean, I like real humans. I mean, I love robots and I love Mandalorian and I love all those characters. But they seem to be vacant of human relationships with humans. I think. I'm not sure. I saw the first one because a friend of mine who worked I never got invited to any screenings ever after I left. But a friend of mine was working at ILM and she invited me to one of the screenings of the first prequel he made. And after I saw the movie, I went out and I sat in my car and I cried because I was so sad. Because of all the characters he could have gone, the stories he could have told. He could have told the young Luke Skywalker, how did the twins get separated? How did he get separated from his sister? He could have told, you know, so many stories were there. The young Obi-Wan, the young Harrison, Han. I mean, he had all these characters that he could have gone back in time and told, and yet he wanted to tell the story of Anakin Skywalker, who becomes Darth Vader. Only it doesn't make sense. And that the casting was so bad. The little boy looked like he was 6 years old, and this woman that he's supposed to have a romance with or something, the princess, looks like she's 20 years old. And I thought, just nothing worked for me.
Yeah, that is true.
I didn't see human relationships. And there's a scene where the mother.
When I found out that like Padme was supposed to be like the same age as Anakin, it was like,
well, she's supposed to be 14.
And how old is he? Like 11?
6?
6?
I don't remember.
Either way, dude, she don't look 14.
Yeah.
Like Natalie Portman does not look 14. I don't remember. I don't remember Anakin being that young.
I could be wrong. You might be right, but
no, I think you're right. It was 8. I'm picturing Qui-Gon Jinn saying 8-year-old boy. 10-year-old? Maybe a 10-year-old.
9 years old.
Mother has to say goodbye to her son.
So Anakin was 9.
Split the
Padme was
difference,
14.
9.
But yeah, I mean, Jake Lloyd did look really young. He looked like he was, you know.
Yeah.
Man, would I have liked to have cut that scene? I mean, I would have edited the scene. I would have showed emotion on their faces and emotion on her face and emotion on the boy. Instead, the scene is just, sorry you have to leave, and off he goes. And there was no heart in the scene. There was no heart in that scene where the mother has to say goodbye to her son. I mean, that's just.
Do you know, did she just do the editing on 4, or did she?
No, she worked extensively on the entire trilogy. I think she had the most hand in Empire, but I'm not 100%.
Example of.
Because I know Lucas didn't write Empire, right?
Not
somebody else wrote it.
I don't remember. I'm not 100%. I think Lucas. I'm pretty sure Lucas does have writing credits, but I don't know how extensively it was co-written.
I could.
Yeah.
To your point, especially for like from a woman's perspective, saying goodbye to your son, it's going to be a little bit different than a father saying goodbye to his son. So it's like the way George shot that or edited that, I could see what she's talking about.
I don't like those movies very much.
There's a scene before that, which to me, first of all, my opinion is identical to yours.
We get in the
about
sand?
films. There's a moment in the film right before that scene where they're all having dinner, their lunch, and Anakin says to what's his name, hey, why don't you free us? And what's his name, Gon Quinn? I forget.
Who's this interviewer, bro?
Gon Quinn? What is?
I know, right? I agree. Like, who the fuck is this interviewer? Like, what?
Hold up, dude. How can this guy be sitting there shit talking the prequels and saying, "Oh, these ones aren't very good," but you don't even know who Qui-Gon Jinn is?
Right.
Yeah.
Literally responds to an 8-year-old boy. We're not here to free slaves. And I'm like, I remember sitting in the theater.
Yeah, they're not.
Like,
Well, I mean, that's totally justifiable. They're on their own mission. They can't get sidetracked to now start doing a side quest of like freeing slaves on some random planet that they crashed on. How many other planets would they have to go to then to do the same sort of thing? That just derails the story.
And
as
again, at that
Jedi,
point in
they're
time,
there
they
to
were
protect the
more
Queen.
space cops.
They're
So like,
there
it's
to do their duty.
It's
and their
legit
job.
out of their
They weren't told by the
jurisdiction.
council or by
and
the
even
Senate.
too, like, dude, like they're trying to bring the princess or the queen fucking back to they're busy.
Yeah, like they got a war to stop.
Sidetracked, and then
The factor that they're just taking this one child is already like a big thing for them to do. Like
entire, what, like episode 9, where they start freeing all of the animals, or was that episode 8? I don't know. Anyways, you see what I'm saying?
That was
it's
9.
like Yeah, maybe they could have gone back and
No, that was
and
8.
They
Fuck.
did in the books and stuff like that. They
That was
tried
the
to go
casino
back.
scene.
But all of the slaves, all of it was owned by Hutts. And for the Jedi to get involved in that would cause a very big war and issue with the crime syndicates, with the underworld,
Yeah, you
and the
can't fuck with
Jedi.
the Outer Rim.
And then there would be probably
No.
terrorist attacks on Coruscant, on wherever, different worlds, where now this war that has been going
That would have
on
been a way
because
cooler fucking story,
Qui-Gon
though.
Jinn landed on a planet.
That
where
would have
Suddenly
been
you've
the-
accidentally
the-
drawn the fucking Hutt
the
cartels
Queen
into the
back.
war against the Naboo on the side of the fucking Trade Federation. Like,
Did you hear about the script? Because apparently the script leaked for what episode 9 was supposed to be. I forget who was supposed to. It was supposed to be directed
oh,
by
I
someone
heard
else.
something about that. Yeah, because it went through
Yeah.
so many fucking rewrites.
Yeah, it was originally going to be called Duel of the Fates, which would have been fucking way better.
Right?
That's a
Yeah,
sick
yeah.
name. And then it would have been more of like a spy, like infiltration. Like they're
Thriller
infiltrating
kinda thing.
Coruscant and like basically trying to take down Palpatine from like
Interesting.
inside. Yeah.
Back.
Or not Palpatine, I think it was Maul. I
found
think
this
Maul was
kid
the
and
bad
then
guy. I
decided to
can't
free a
remember.
whole bunch
That would make
of
sense,
a
give him the
community
title.
of slave kids. It's like, well, that'd be nice, but that's not what he was told to do.
You're a Jedi. Aren't you all? Freeing slaves and doing shit like that.
Right.
But anyway, so what do you think happened? Because like
What do I think happened? I think I love. I do. And I think that George got so overwhelmed with his abilities, his virtual abilities.
He just wasn't a good
to
director.
do these
I don't think.
special effects and create these computer generated characters. That I think he found
Dude was a
love with
great world builder, a
computer-generated
great
characters, his
storyteller.
ability to
Oh,
generate
awful director. Yeah.
by
Yeah, actually
computer
trying to
and not
convert
let
that
them
onto
human
live screen. It would be like me trying to do it.
directors
It's
direct
like,
human beings. You
I don't know. There were more models on the prequel trilogy than there were on the
All
original.
right, shut up, Jimmy.
I don't know if she knows that. She might not. I don't know if she's watched all the behind the scenes or the making of and all that.
I'm not
stuff, but
comparing myself to
maybe
George
not.
Lucas
But
either.
I
I just
do
clicked
agree
in,
that
uh,
Oh yeah, no, God, no, no. I'm just waving my like. I really don't care
In fact,
about
he
this
wanted
guy's
to
input.
start with
Yeah.
episode 1, but the
Yeah, I thought she
technology
was
wasn't
gonna-
there. And
she
he
was gonna
also
talk
said
more.
that he didn't like starting a story right at the beginning. He likes to throw you right in the middle of it.
know, I mean, sometimes that doesn't even happen anymore. They put a character in a set, and anyway, it's kind of weird what's happening in the virtual, digital
Here,
world.
I got
But I
one
think
that
he
I got queued
got
up that really speaks to what she's saying right here.
Let's talk about one of the most ambitious and technically challenging sequences ever created for the Matrix Revolutions. The
Scenes I don't want to hear
Battle of
fucking buddy
Zion.
guy talking about.
In the climax, thousands upon thousands of sentinels
But like they
enter
actually
through the
fucking like
underground
built
tunnels
these
and
things
storm the
as
dawn,
sets
while
to
Zion's
shoot
last
on, and
line
fucking like they're
defense,
actually like
soldiers in
jerking them
massive
around
exosuits
mechanically,
called
so you get
EPUs
that physicality
unleash
of the
relentless
actors.
gunfire in a final stand.
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
Does it actually
Bringing
have?
this colossal sequence to life required to their performing to CG. Actors physically sat inside these cockpits,
Yeah.
gripping joysticks and firing imaginary weapons.
So like, because like you don't get that kind of like the muscle tension and stuff from when you're not pulling on something, when you're not actually interacting with something.
With
Like
the CGI exosuit bodies, the integration felt seamless. Everying around
it just gives that performance so much more fucking kinetic energy.
was practical, while the towering APU
And it's gotta help the fucking actors too, because like it's
Yeah, they have
so much
a
easier to
reference.
put
They have something
yourself.
that they're actually going off of.
Because you're playing pretend, right? It's so much easier to play pretend when you're actually in a giant fucking thing that's shaking around, and reacting to you.
For this, the team used a combination of techniques. A highly detailed miniature.
I love
drone
behind the scenes
with
shit like
film
that.
and
Yeah,
film
that's
with
fucking cool.
Motion control cameras to capture its intricate design and movement. Alongside
How'd you
this,
film that?
a
We
full
dropped a
CGI
giant fucking
version was
torpedo from the
created
ceiling.
for the large-scale destruction shot.
How many takes did you get? One.
One.
Pyrotechnics,
How'd it go?
sparks, and
All right.
hydraulic
You see the movie?
shook the massive set, creating the illusion of a collapsing ceiling right above the actors' heads. To complete the scene,
Yeah, it's so fucking sick.
visual effects artists
And this is
generated
what I feel like
visual
we're kind
doubles
of
soldiers and
losing
dozens
with
of
the current
APUs,
trend
so the
in
scale of the
CG,
battle
which isn't
felt
like, and I don't get me wrong. Like, I love CG. I love the applications. I loved how we've learned to apply it. How we've learned to fucking
to simulate organic yet
blend it with the physical. But like, there is
explosions and
an
smoke
issue with
glares were added to every frame.
over reliance on it.
The result was breathtaking. A sequence where practical
See,
effects
it's that
and
question of
CGI
like, it's
blended
such
so
chicken and the egg question of
seamlessly
like,
that
oh,
it
what's better,
still
physical or
stands as one
CG?
of
It's
the
like, no,
most
you use them
intense
both. They're
and
both
Yeah, you use
tools.
them both together.
Use them
Yeah.
in concert.
science
The
fiction
artist is not
cinema.
more important than the
In The
writer, and vice
Matrix
versa. like.
Revolutions, we briefly
But yeah,
meet
yeah, that was the segment that I was thinking on earlier, when we were watching that fucking chase scene. Just like, hey, you feel like they're there because to an extent they are, and it
Yeah.
kind of reflects what she's saying here. Is that like, you don't get the reality from those CG characters. You don't get that human interaction that you would from slapping a bunch of fucking face glue on somebody and making them fucking emote from under 6 pounds of makeup.
Yeah.
Because he had all that other stuff going on. He was still building more things at Skywalker. He was still probably writing. Was my understanding from what I heard. Again, what I heard was that George had written a script for a sequel script.
Yes.
And that Disney didn't like it, and they put it in the toilet and brought in another writer. And
Yep, exactly what they did. And in fact, George was starting episode 7. A lot of people don't know this, and I know this from insiders. He was starting episode 7. Like, he had already gotten, Carrie and Mark on board and all that stuff for episode 7. And his plan was to finish 7 and then sell it to Disney. But then he was told by Disney that they would do his episode 7. So he's like, okay, well, cool. I'll just be around and help them. They bought his treatments and they locked them away, and then they never used them. And they did their own junk.
It's not fair.
and he was never consulted whatsoever on any of the sequels. But I think those prequels, he was just playing more with visuals and computer generated characters than the movies had a lot of eye candy.
Yeah. I do
think
agree with
Marsha
that.
Lucas had if they had worked on their relationship and they had made
I
it
do
work,
think
however they could do.
the amount of upgrades that they had with technology and shit at that point was probably a little too overwhelming to not use as much of it as you could, right?
You can see like just look at the special editions.
Yeah.
Like the special editions were George having access to all the fucking tools he could ever hope to play with, having all the artists, all the technicians, everybody he could ever dream of, and
the limitations,
and just that it's awful. Like, I'm so glad I forgot my fucking
creativity.
Yeah, this is true, but also
to an extent.
Yeah. I'm just thinking it's just I don't know. I'm just thinking the difference. I'm just so glad I've got my original VHS copies of the original trilogy. It's great because it's got I watched those fucking interviews with Lucas so many times because at the start of each one he's got I think they're about half hour, 45-minute long interviews, just him talking about the process and this, that, the other thing. But those were the last versions that were released before the special edition came out, and the special editions are just so bad. Fucking beyond the fact the whole Greedo shot first thing. It's the way they did it, because they just spliced Han's fucking torso. It just jumps to the side. It's fucking awful. And then
it's
and then that G Jabba when they're going to the Millennium Falcon, and it's and he clips through the landing.
Yeah.
It's so
bad when he steps on his tail and they do that weird fucking jerk up.
Possible. If she had stayed on Star Wars, I do think that she would have potentially been a whisper in his ear on certain things and brought out more of either the Force or emotion or a different style and something maybe more akin to the original trilogy. So it would have landed better with some of the original trilogy fans. I mean, as a kid, I loved the prequels. And even before it got popular again here, I was constantly pushing prequel trilogy, talking about the prequels, talking about Anakin. You guys might not remember, but back when 2016, 17, 18, 19, and 2020, up until 2021, I was getting made fun of a lot, just online, for having, Anakin cardboard cutout behind me, talking about prequels all the time, and how Anakin was my favorite character, and blah, blah, blah.
He got fucking, when Luke Skywalker showed up in The Mandalorian, he like filmed himself like watching live, and like he started crying, and the internet just fucking ripped him apart. And it's like, it was funny at first, but then you learn the story of why he likes Star Wars so much, and you're like, oh,
he's got a very touching personal story to it.
Yeah, he had cancer as a kid, and basically just did nothing but watch Star Wars. Like all that. So it's like him getting to see, him getting to see like a new version of Luke Skywalker was like, very. Man, it hit me emotionally. It was like fucking
fair enough.
He just came out and said it. He was like, it fucking.
No, that's
yeah. And like people kept roasting him. I was like, man, just leave him alone. Leave the guy alone. Leave Brittany alone.
At least make funny jokes
again.
Yeah.
And now,
well, he's in good spirits about it.
To
so.
like the prequels. But I think that if she was involved,
funny thing too, he lives in Vancouver.
Oh, interesting.
It would have been more palatable
go beat him
for some of the older guys that will watch.
You ever see a lime
this is for your
green,
opinion.
You ever see a bright lime green Lamborghini driving around in Vancouver? Chances are it's him.
Well, I'm just gonna egg it on principle.
I didn't have an issue with them, but I can see what she's saying, especially as someone who worked on the originals and was that close to being George's.
I only
wife.
know this because I was watching one of his
things
live
they
streams
probably
one day. And he's like,
discussed
"Yeah, I'm
while
gonna take the
making
car out later," and then he
episode
just
4,
fucking
making,
took a
that
picture of
was
himself on the
next level. Like no one
just
will
where
ever know
he took a picture
that
of himself. I'm like, "Oh, that's Vancouver."
Star Wars as she will next to George. So I personally think that if anyone has any possible credibility when it comes to criticizing anything of the prequel trilogy or original trilogy, anything, it's going to be Marshall Lucas. It's totally unfortunate, and I hope that a lot of people will start to see, especially some of the opinions of people who came before them. Some of the people who like to what it once was, which is.
Oh, there you go. Hold up, those all his fucking channels.
No, that's gotta be.
No, he's not Harry. Harry Potter Theories.
No, that's like his circle of friends.
Okay. Okay, I was gonna say Harry Potter Theory is definitely a fucking, definitely a British dude. I'm pretty sure. Because every time I watch one of his videos, all I hear is Harry Potter Theory.
Harry Potter.
But yeah, we'll probably fucking call it there. Almost 3 hours.
Yeah, it was good. Good stretch, good chunk. If you tuned in, thank you for doing so.
Fuck yeah, we had there's 5 people at one point.
Yeah. Got a little handful wandering through.
Hell yeah. We'll be back next week to anyone who watches or whatever. So yeah.
Bye.
Y'all have yourself a good one. And don't forget.
Individually, we are weak, like a single twig. But as a bundle, we form a